but I don't have my audio set up for this. Okay. USB device. Can you talk?
Eh? Me?
Yep. Yeah, okay, good.
Gigantic
orange 69. Wow. Gigantic orange 69 joined. I'm about to freak. That's such a fire name.
Slay.
Sturves Diary.
Gigantic orange. Okay, wait, let me see.
I opened up I'm streaming on TikTok. I'm streaming on Twitch. The audio is good on both, I think. Can you talk for a second, Arare?
Yeah, I can talk for a little bit.
Okay,
I can talk about Hatsune Miku. I love Hatsune Miku so much. You know, okay, I see. Wait, I got a little chandelier on me. Wait, that looks so cool.
This is not a chandelier. What's the little baby? Oh, bad. Mobiles, I think. It's Pibbles tied to strings over your head for a TikTok viewer.
It's a what's that thing you put over babies? Over baby cradles?
I literally just said mobile.
Bro. Oh, that's what they're called? I didn't know that.
Yeah, and what a shit name. I feel like it doesn't make sense.
Like yeah, that doesn't sound very cute or whatever. It should be called like a dream catcher or something. That's more adorable and baby-esque.
Beatman joined. Evelyn. I think I've seen you before.
The chat that you cropped, it like you can see like half of our
half of our. Oh shit, yeah, you're right. I'm not gonna change anything.
Alright, as long as you don't care.
Okay,
oh, Sleepy Soul! Hey Elliot, hello! How are you?
Where are we?
I'm glad you got to join. Yeah, I told them about the interview.
Yes. Oh, wait, another thing to say is, hold on. Meow. Girl, I hate your fan. I hate your fan so much.
No, okay, that wasn't my fan. That was me about a... Dude, I was trying to promote, bro! I was about to... No, promote. I was trying to post an image to say okay. Your life...
What's your friend's name? Sleepy Soul? You can hear how... Not even...
You putting me on glass?
White noise of anything around you with your fucking microphone. I don't know how you do it.
Is my mic really bad?
It's not... Okay, your audio quality isn't the worst thing in the world. Just whenever you talk, it's like, you know the mist? You know, like when you're spraying a mist? It's like that, but consistent.
Wait, he said it's not to him.
Not to him, but but when Arare talks, you can hear it. Are you?
I know. I'll invest in a new mic eventually.
I'll buy you a new mic. Literally, send me your coordinates.
Yeah. We have the same mic though. We use
that's what I'm saying. Like, what the fuck? Hey guys, if you want to ask any questions, please ask Arare. Because I'm still.
Oh, absolutely! Please ask me any questions. I have an upcoming comic that is about to start a Kickstarter for. I have two. Yeah, I have 2 writers on the team so far. I'm wanting a few more. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I want it to actually be like for real and legit. Like, and I know that. Sorry, there's a fly in my room, and I gotta get that. And I know that I can't personally like write as well, so I'll just I can draw and whatnot. But yeah, and Sleepy Soul's part of the team. He's like a editor slash what's the called when like mangakas or whatever have like somebody who fills in colors and whatnot. And
an editor
does.
Or wait.
Yeah,
cleanup artist? Did you just say?
Yeah, cleanup artist. So yeah, he's a cleanup artist, and so yeah, I just. Pasta, you may want to turn your mic up. Okay, you need to turn. Yeah, you are kind of quiet, bro. Maybe I'm just loud.
Mic is full.
Maybe I just.
I think you're.
Oh, I need to shut the fuck up. I mean, shut the fuck up.
My mic is fully up, dude. Oh, wait. Want to know why? It's because my mic is nowhere near me. Where the fuck is my microphone?
Oh.
Oh, it's in my drawer.
It's in your drawer.
Is it better now?
Yeah, that hurt a little.
Meow. Meow. Okay. Perfect cell join. Your little car. Hi, Juno. Juno is my dear beloved friend. Couldn't connect. Try to reconnect now. Suck my dick, TikTok. Literally. Okay, moving on.
Hello,
what were
Juno.
you talking about?
Are you doing TikTok-y thing?
Me?
Oh, I was talking about. Yeah, never mind. Forget what I was saying. I beg you to at least take 10 minutes to set up, like.
Suck my dick. We do. We spent like 30 minutes setting up, but setting up other things. Yeah.
We didn't set up good enough, clearly.
Yeah. Anyways, so you're making a comic. What's
and I still need a few more writers on board. I'm hoping to have at least 4 writers in total. Because I feel like I'll have a pretty good interesting story to tell when you have different people writing for different characters, you know. But it's still like in the works, if you could say that. And it's still in its like beginning phases. We have like discussions, you know, is mostly what's been happening. Aside from like I need to work on some promotional art and promotional like TikToks, make some little edits and whatnot with the characters for it. But yeah, I'll need to be doing that, and I've been really into that. That's what I've been into as of recent. Stuff that's already been previously going on. That stuff has just been me on my grind. Me doing
my grind.
Me when I'm on my grind. What I've been mostly doing is like just streaming on TikTok, which I need to do on Twitch more. Every time I get on Twitch, though, I get a bit intimidated, but eventually I can, you know, go back and get more comfortable on Twitch, and stream more often.
I don't know why.
But yeah.
I don't know why you're uncomfortable to stream on Twitch. I feel like TikTok is much easier.
I don't know. No. Actually, TikTok is evil. TikTok is full of a bunch of like evil people. Genuinely, no offense to TikTokers. I am one myself.
What the fuck? What is going on TikTok that they're biting your dick off? I can say that maybe on TikTok. I don't know. But yeah, what's happening?
I don't. Well, sometimes people just say, especially when I do IRL streams when I'm drawing. People just say some inappropriate things, and then I'll just be like, well, that was weird. And then somebody in chat will start arguing and fighting that person. I'm like, don't give them attention. Ignore them. And I haven't figured out how to, like, ban people yet, so I don't know how to do that.
I feel that.
So I'm just like, and then, funny enough, my my TikTok got, like, suspended for a little, like a few minutes, because somebody reported me, and then I got it back immediately because I was like, absolutely not.
Absolutely
anyway,
not.
Not during Pride. Yeah, I said absolutely
not during Pride.
Not during Pride. But yeah. So Instagram communities for the worst one. No. Don't get me wrong. Instagram is still the worst. Like Instagram, that one is absolutely takes the cake. Instagram, nobody's gonna beat you. Nobody's coming for your crown. But yeah, TikTok's still kind of vicious. I think it's because it's important to foster like the community you want. So I have to like weed out the ones that you don't like, that kind of environment you don't want. So for some reason, I'm at this stage where dude bros are only following me, and dude bros are like trying to. So I'm trying to like. So I actually drew when I was on one of my drawing streams. I had in the top right corner a little, like, literally a color patch of a rainbow, because I was like, please let people.
Yo,
I need people to see me. And I was, but you know what's crazy? I was literally drawing, as it was specifically during one stream that it was really bad. I was drawing Zorro, female Zorro, because I headcanon. I like to transfy everything and turn everybody trans. And I was cosplaying as female Zorro during the time, but there was a bunch of weird people. And then some people were referencing Mihawk upscale, and I know the kind of people who reference that. And I just don't really find the meme funny at all in general. I find it really obnoxious, low-key, high-key. But I didn't know how to say that in, like, a way that was, like, I didn't want it to be, like, hate speech, right? So I was just like, hey, guys, can we, like, calm down? And then it just got a little weird after that. But it was okay. Yeah. At the end of the day, like, at the end of my stream, I don't think I've had a stream where I've been like, oh, man, I'm not going to stream ever again. Yeah. No, at the end, it's usually like, that was really fun. I always have fun, no matter what.
Buster Hyman. That's a hilarious name. Sorry, continue.
Buster Hyman. Me when I buster her Hyman. Man. Shout out to you, bro. That's
for palpitation.
These names are genius. I'm writing this down.
I'm writing this down.
New OC name just dropped.
Yeah, that's fucking wild.
I used to name my OCs like concrete and like pavement or drywall or something like that because I was super uncreative but I started like actually like giving them human names only recently, and I started renaming old ones. And it was because the thing is some of the like actually quote unquote human names I had for my OCs still sounded insane because there would be one that I used to pick every like my old Xbox 360 like name tag or whatever was literally me closing my eyes and spamming the keyboard and so that's what I did for my OCs. But then I would look at the random assortment of letters and numbers and I try to like envision a word off of that, you know. Yeah, so one of my characters is like Galaxer Knight or something, and I need to change it into a better name. It's 12 a.m. You will have to stream with Cora, and I can't read that. I can't read. And I'm handle chat. Oh, okay. I don't know how that works, but I believe in you. Please, thank you. I need to start learning how to be competent this year. I think that's my goal.
Wait. People should use my fucking Twitch emotes, bro. Here, wait, let me...
Oh, you have, wait, Sleepy Soul, use the emotes. Test them out. Oh, you are, actually, I just...
I love how horrible resolution my shit is.
Yeah, I was about to say, I literally, like, shoved my face up to the screen to, like, I need to grab my glasses. Oh, yeah, I like the one with the little cute, yeah, very cute.
Where are we going? Right, anyways. Yo, dude, I was... saying before, sort of, if you need any writers, there's a whole group of creative people in the server that I have.
They would be interested in it?
Well,
because
probably, maybe. I mean, we'll see.
Yeah.
And I know other people, and Juno, God willing, you're actually watching still. Juno knows some really, really talented people. Do you know James 80085? They're his.
Do I know?
Yeah. Do you know the guy James?
I don't think so. Are they like on here?
Yeah, they're on TikTok. They're famous magical. Do you know Narami?
Oh, I know Narami.
Yeah, he did.
James. I know James. Yeah. Sorry. So Juno, I'm in his server.
Oh, fucking course you are. Juno is the moderator for James's server, but also like James asked.
That sounded so malicious. What do you mean? Of course you are. Wait.
But what is it called? Yeah. So Juno knows like a lot of crazy talented people, which is great. So yeah, dude, if there's anything, fortunately, I know I can help you with that, big dog. Also, dude, I
Yeah.
love writing. I love writing.
You love writing? I know
Girl,
you do.
I
I mean,
love
it's
writing.
not.
I wrote.
It's almost like you have a whole project
Oh
that has a
yeah,
lot of your writing in it.
this is true. How long? I don't remember how long it took to write um the thing, but honestly, dude, like I don't know if I could like truthfully help you to the extent that maybe you would want me to, but I can definitely give you some pointers on how to like make a okay, I don't want a competent story sounds like a little evil, but like a competent story that won't like fall into
I mean,
itself and like
yeah. Me
whatever.
personally, I'm not going to be writing
Yeah, yeah.
anything. I'm just going to be the one who's going to be like explaining my story,
Yeah,
and
yeah, yeah.
hopefully some people can write something beautiful out of that.
Yeah.
That's what I'm kind of going for, because I know personally,
Mm-hmm.
despite the fact that I practice super hard to learn English, I
Mm-hmm.
still cannot write like an actual good
Mm-hmm.
story.
But still, like,
Because it quite literally sounds like a 6 year old like is writing. Like it doesn't.
like writing is important, but also like half of the battle is properly organizing ideas. Like,
Yeah. I
you
think
know what I mean?
also one thing that I'm looking for is like dialogue writers, like somebody who knows how to write a good like back and forth dialogue, you know?
Mm-hmm. Uh,
Because I
uh,
have this one person who's good at like monologue writing and stuff, or back.
yeah.
What's the word for when you're like the narrator, like narrating writing stuff? And I liked his writing style.
Mm-hmm.
So, but I don't want just him because
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
because there's certain people have different strengths and weaknesses, and
Yeah.
some people might be stronger in some other spots. Yeah.
I'm buddies with awesome VAs who got so many connections. Voice actors extend very far. That makes sense. I love doing SFX sound effects. I suck at writing. I also love doing sound effect stuff.
You.
Very entertaining.
Yeah, no, one day I low key, I know this sounds really like ambitious, but one day I want it to be animated.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
and like, I'm actually doing like it's like a little trade school, but I actually
Yeah.
applied for animation classes, but they still need more people to sign up for it in order for it to be like
Wow.
a full class. Like the animator teacher is really, really good, but
Mm-hmm.
he's not going to do it unless more people sign up. And yeah, but I took one of their perspective classes and I learned quite a bit, and I'm still putting a lot of it in practice, and hopefully I can use that in my comic to make some cool angles and shots and like be more dynamic and more of a fun way to look at the screen, you know, and see it all look crazy.
Writing isn't bad for
Writing is.
me. I write little short. Honestly, dude, a side note, streaming with Arare is really nice and really easy because like
Yippee!
you read chat too. Like you actually like ugh, I don't want to sound weird and I don't want to sound but like you
I'm better than that. Yay!
no, but like
You hear that, everyone? I'm the best. Okay.
but you function as like an actual streamer. You know what I mean? So it's
Yeah,
like
yeah.
you're locked in. Because also, yeah. But anyways, writing is about for me. I write little short stories between my OCs occasionally. That's so silly. Dude,
That's
honestly.
very good. I love that. Very, very slay.
Okay, so what is oh well, you don't know. Well, do you know what it's about?
Do I know what my story's about?
Yeah.
Yes, I do. I do know what it is. Let me look up the exact like freaking description that I had for it.
Whew. Good
I also
lord.
used to post a lot on this website called Pixel Art. It's kind of cursed now and infested with AI art, but I used to post on that. So let me see what. So it's called Two in One World, um, but and but it's essentially three main stories,
Mm-hmm.
and one is called Lonesome Jedin, and another is Two in One World, which is the fairy-esque one, it's Two or More Worlds / Two Fairies. I haven't decided on either name. And then there's the last one, which is called Last Dream. And it's a combination, and these 3 stories, like, connect, but it's, like, about different protagonists in each story. And then at the last one, they all kind of converge into a bigger story that makes sense. And it's like...
Sorry, my friend is in the chat. Hi, Eva. Hi, Kit.
Hello. But, let me look up, because I just looked on my TikTok one. It's apparently on my different one that I had the description for it. I should have had this propped up, because if I was going to mention it, I should have just had it propped up.
I think you can hear my mouse. Fuck.
Yeah, I can hear it. Was it not supposed to be? Okay, so it's the cover of it says, "When did you last perish?" I'm just gonna say perish to censor. Yeah, so 2 fairies. They're not actually fairies. That's why I was like, I couldn't tell if I wanted it to be named after fairies. This is the idea. So you know the idea of like Pandora's box?
Yeah.
So this is, for this story, it's about this one fairy and this devil. And she's not, but the thing is, the devil looks like a fairy, and then the fairy looks like a devil. But the truth is, yeah, I know, I'm so big brain. Wow. But, oh my gosh, I literally had the whole description for this. I'm about to go crazy.
I believe in you. While you're looking for that, before we were talking, Arare pointed out that Arare friend said that their PNG looked a little freaky because of their hand placement. Kind of makes it look like they're jerking off.
Now everybody's gonna think that. No.
Yeah.
You made me look insane, bro. Why would you do that to me?
That's pretty funny.
No. Funny for you. I look like a freak on here.
You look like a freak.
Okay. That was mean of you.
Hurry up. I didn't notice until you said something. Ass mobber. Where were we looking for again? I completely forgot. I'm so sorry.
I'm trying to look for the description of my story.
Oh.
Oh my goodness.
Well, anyways, if anyone wants to listen to me for a minute.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
I love doing stories. I think the most exciting thing about writing is writing to plan stuff in the future. Because when I was younger, like, I used to think of stories and ideas and whatever. But, you know, obviously stuff like that, like, you're not going to make a game when you're a little kid. But, like, I'm blessed to be in a position right now where when I write and when I say something, I can do it. Like, I can do it. Like, I can actually think of, like, a game mechanic and figure it out and do it. Or beat someone up until they do it for me. Jokes.
I just like clocked in for a minute there and heard what you said, and I'm like, whoa. Okay, alright. So, oh, sorry.
No, continue.
Okay, so I can't really find it, but I'm gonna paraphrase the best I can without putting a lot of ums and oh and so's. So I did it immediately. Anyway, the story essentially is about it's about once upon a time there was this Pandora's box forever, not quite literally Pandora's box, but it was hidden in a church for like forever, and this church is actually like satanic, but they pose as like an actual church. And so the nuns or ever in this church, like they're part, like specifically nuns are a part of like guarding, kind of upkeeping and making sure everybody knows the history of this book, because it has the essentially like the good fairies and the bad fairies, but the bad fairies don't look like the good fairies, so they switched kind of. But why do these demons exist even? It's because somebody, even before the church was established, and the reason it got established, started trying to summon demons. Some random person in like the medieval ages started summoning demons and doing blood sacrifices. And then they started creating a church after it, and there was 2 people who started this church. Oh, okay, I'm so sorry about that. I need to... This one's silent for a minute there. There we go. Okay. I'm so sorry about that. But somebody started summoning these demons and joined in with their friend and was like, yo, you should get in on this too. And they started summoning these imps, essentially. And these imps started wreaking havoc in the world. Because at the time, the world was all about peace and, like, harmony. Like, everybody was happy and dandy. And then these 2 idiots started summoning demons because of more backstory that is going to be explained later. But nonetheless, so they summoned demons. These demons started wreaking havoc everywhere, confusing people, transforming into people's loved ones and hurting them, whatnot. Anyway, so it was messy. And the rulers of that era were like, yo, you need to banish them. You guys are at fault for this, but it needs a blood sacrifice. But in order to lock them away into some vessel. And so, but none the people were like, hey, you were the guys who are the ones who opened it. You guys should be the ones to close it. You shouldn't sacrifice any of us. And so they were like, fine. So they did. And so it's in this box or whatever. But the people who believe that the demons that were summoned were actually holy beings. And so they made a whole religion out of it, technically. And then when they locked it all away into this box or whatever, the ruler of that whole world was like, yo, I'm gonna hide this is crazy. And then when the ruler died, the church took over immediately because it got so big and hid it away into this chamber, and the whole religion eventually came to be. And way later, eventually people kind of forgot about why they started the religion and started making up their own rules of it instead of realizing you were supposed to be guarding the thing. And so one of the kids who was in the school for this church was just out at night hanging around and messing with the library and that the church had, and cracked open this thing by reading one of the books aloud that was on the shelf. They they were hunting for it. They weren't just willy-nilly finding it, but they were snooping where they weren't posted. They unlocked the box, and the fairies both came out and came into the world once again. So it's pretty much about fairies coming into the world thousands and millions, or not millions, but thousands of years later after they were locked away, and from it came so the beginning of it is from the human's perspective and the boy who unlocked it perspective, but then up until then, once the fairies come out, it's from their perspective. So these 2, but there's only 2 that are summoned. So these 2 summoned caused all the chaos before, and now they're summoned again, but they're so much more mellowed out, because while they were in the box, time was exactly time was the same as outside of the box. So they were very bored out of their minds, and they don't hate each other anymore. Because a lot of the chaos was because they were full of hatred, but now they're not full of hatred, but they're not still good. So they start doing weird things and just involving themselves in the world, the affairs of that world. And so it's essentially a story about them and how they go about their life after being reopened into a world that may not even need all this evil and viciousness to have fun.
Yeah.
Maybe they can have fun without that, Anyway, so that's essentially that story. So that's just one of the 3 stories that I have that's going to connect. Anyway, yeah. That's the essential story of it. So I need people when it comes to writing, people who can monologue a child, that boy is a child, the mind of a child. Because a lot of time when I write, I just write from how I would write, how I think, and I don't know how to write for other people in another perspective of like that doesn't just sound like me. It's kind of like how artists have like same face syndrome. For me, I just have same writing syndrome. Everybody sounds the freaking same. Yeah. I hope I explained that in a way that was not scatterbrained as I think it is.
Okay, so there's a world that had fairies and demons.
Yes. Yes.
And they started a religion to stop the evil people, the evil fairies and demons, right? Yes?
No. The religion started after they sealed the demons.
After
Oh no. The religion started kind of near the end of the demons and fairies' reign, and once they were sealed, that's when the religion got like even more popular.
Yeah, and then it got more popular, and then they forgot about it, like what they were doing, and then now that they're back, the religion doesn't know what like they were originally meant for, and so the world is getting like fucked over.
They became kind of superstitious, and they kind of turned into like
Okay, and so there's 3 stories that are leading into it. One has to do with a woman,
and this is the most.
Yes.
What has to do with what?
With a woman person?
Not really.
What does the one have to do with?
The story itself has to do with a completely different cast of characters. Okay. This is honestly the side plot of the main story, but it's still very important to this like main story, and that's why I'm working on this, because it's a lot simpler than doing the really complicated one. And honestly, I prefer doing this one because it's like I feel like it can like reel people in more than to just give all the best parts of it. Because originally I was like, do I make a main story and then make side stories that people can check out after, or do I make side stories that intrigue people into being like, wait, is this part of a bigger thing, and then it leads into the big story. Like I feel like working that way is better, so I'm gonna do that.
Not to glaze you, but like that, because really when people get shot and killed, maybe I shouldn't say that. Okay, TikTok don't hurt me. Usually when people explode and disappear is by biting into something too big too early. So it is good to start off small. That's why my first game was so fuck ass, because it's and then especially with a story as big as that, not only getting the audience used to the world and the world building, but you getting used to the world and the world building yourself. I think that's a good idea.
Exactly.
I think that's a good idea.
Thank you. I appreciate that. But that's what the idea is, and because again, the main story is very, very complicated. It has a lot of, and I'm like, I don't want it, and it has like a whole different world building than other stories would. So instead of having like one that's familiar, it just throw people off. So that's why I'm going with this first. And I like how you described it. That's exactly what I was hoping to do, to like be a lot more welcoming to the readers.
Yeah, because sometimes it is very difficult to sink your teeth into something that like so huge. Like why people don't watch One Piece, because it's just pretty daunting with how complicated things can be. Okay. Forgive me.
I say that as a One Piece fan. I that's actually why I took a hiatus from watching One Piece. I took like a almost 5-year hiatus from watching it, because I was just like, not only was the fandom a bit unbearable, but also like the show itself, I felt like was it already had its established world, and you just had to get with the program. It didn't really gentle parent you into it.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Forgive me for not really locking in.
That's okay.
The rock star's not helping at all. Keeping me awake. Okay.
The what's not helping at all?
The rock star. I'm drinking rockstar punched fruit punch. It's actually
Don't
really
tell me
good.
you're drinking more energy drinks.
You bet you.
Your heart
You
is
betcha.
going to fail. Your
No.
bro's heart is going to fail.
No. Okay, so the side story, what does it follow? Who does it follow?
It follows a main cast of like a kind of a young ginger boy who has like two other brothers, and has two other brothers that are important to the plot but aren't the main cast. And then it has another he's accompanied by this young buff mommy character. She's
crazy,
but she's her with the personality of like kind of like the personality of kind of like a confident person that is a bit like clearly is a little evil acting, but isn't evil at all, and is very, very, very good natured. But it's mischievous. You know, that's the word I was looking for. Mischievous. But anyway, and then there's another character, which is the non-official adoptive little brother of the redhead, and it follows these three, four-ish. I said three, but they're because the little brother's kind of like a cat, because like he's not really a human. Anyway, but yeah, it's these characters that they're actually they're the main story. I don't want to delve too much into their story, especially since I haven't fleshed out exactly, because what I'm actually, and what I have been tied between for like 10 years, because this story, if you want to hear a little insight that's kind of cute, this story started with, when I first came to America, I started telling a story to my little sister, and I would make up it on the spot, improv a story, and these characters would become reoccurring, and I just started acting the characters too as I was, but I'd switch, like pretend that I was switching between the characters, but like doing the best acting I could as my little self could. And
yo, bro, if you wanted to do a college essay, that's a fucking fire college essay. I'm just gonna say that.
Oh, for real? Thanks. But that story, she really loved it so much. She said she even tried to like make it her own story, and I was totally down for that. I thought it was so cute that she loved my story so much. And she tried to like write it herself. She said it didn't work out that much because she realized that the stories I told were very like they weren't following a plot. They were just the characters in experiencing something or having like a day-to-day. It was like episodic almost. It wasn't really it was like more of an adventure comedy slice of life. So but then that made me think, what if it was a storyline? And so I started kind of like writing in my notes, no, not in my notes app, before I even have a notes app, I would like draw little scenarios because I didn't know how to write yet. But once I did know how to write, I'd write little conversations between the characters and draw them just a little, not like a full-fledged story. And I'd be like, yo, wait, what if I actually had like backstory for these characters and they all like connected and they had a world and whatnot. I mean, they already had a world, but like, what if I put that all together into an actual story rather than just like a bedtime story and a playtime story that I would tell her. And I kind of went off from that, and I started making this story. And I really find it fun to use a lot of the childhood characters and add them into the story, because most of the cast are not from the story that I told her. The story that I told her, she even specifically told me, she said, don't use Panda. There's this character named Panda. And she said, don't use Panda in the story. And I was like, why? And she said, if you're going to make like a lore story, or like, she didn't say lore, but like she said, if you're going to make like an actual story, don't use Panda. Because she finds Panda very beloved to her. And she doesn't like the idea of her character being anything more than like a stupid, mindless character. And I'm like, you know what, valid. I won't use Panda. So I use a lot of characters, but I don't use Panda, which is sad because Panda's one of my favorite too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, that's the main story. And I don't delve too much into it because again, the main thing I haven't decided yet is if I want to make it a tragedy or a good ending, which is crazy because you're supposed to decide that from the beginning. No. Originally, it was a tragedy, and I was gonna like label it as a tragedy for like tragedy warning. But my sister was the one who was like, I don't like sad endings, and I was like, oh, well, I didn't want her to be sad. So that's why I've been like kind of leaning towards the side story also, is because I'm like, if I haven't even gotten like my full idea of what I want the main story to be, but I have a full idea of what I want the rest of the stories to be. I just don't have a full idea of what, like, the rest of them. I know what I want them to end, but I don't know what I want the main story to end, which is really important. Originally, it was going to be a tragedy but it was going to be like a beautiful tragedy. It wasn't going to be like oh man, I'm upset. It was like, and I wanted it to be kind of like a bittersweet, whatever it's called. But at the same time, I mean, I guess tragedy isn't bittersweet. In my eyes, it was bittersweet.
Yeah.
It was, but she didn't like that. So I was kind of changing that, and I've been working on how to write a happy story, because that's one thing I think a lot of, I guess, OC artists or just artists in general struggle with, like, is making their characters happy, because we are addicted to angst. Angst is so delicious. What can we say? But
I feel that. Yeah.
But that's one thing I'm trying to work on, especially with how depressing life can be. Maybe I should put a little bit of joy in fictional media. The one place you can make whatever you want. But I'm still gonna have, like, it's not gonna be like a perfectly happy story, but I want it to not have. But then again, this is another idea I had, and I'm gonna like talk about this with all my writers, right? And because I want second opinions for this, not necessarily from the fan base, but from the writer's perspective, so that like maybe this is something that they're passionate to work on. And so the idea,
I feel that.
So the idea is how in Homestuck, in Homestuck there's like candy ending, meat ending. So I was kind of thinking I could just make 2 different endings and just have those both available, if that makes sense.
I like that. I sort of did that with my game, but with like the game stuff like that, there's always usually multiple endings.
Yeah, there's different endings, yeah.
I think that's rocking.
Yeah, and I was like, maybe I'll just do that so people can see both endings.
Yeah. I think that is a good idea. I think that is a good idea. If I was in your situation, I'd probably do that.
And I'd do the annoying thing and say, like, they're both canon. Yeah. So that,
it's
which is
a multiverse.
Yeah. No, I hate multiverse. I love multiverses, but I know that writers hate them. Because they're like, we need something that's official. We need something that's grounded. Something that can be an anchor. And I'm like, yeah, but isn't this fun? No. Because they feel as though, I guess, that sometimes if a multiverse exists, what's the point in writing an actual story if everything can be,
real?
But why not just write a bunch of fan fictions instead? Like. Which I mean, I like fan fictions as much as the next one, but I only have like 2 main endings. I don't have like 30 main endings. I just have 2. So I'm gonna do that. But I mean, I don't know if I'm gonna do that yet. I'm still gonna discuss it with them if that's like an idea that they feel, which one they feel most that they would love to work on.
Yes, very,
That
very.
energy drink isn't working, huh?
It's not. It's not. Um, okay. Sorry, I'm
Mix it with some
processing.
Adderall, you know?
Mackerel?
No, Adderall.
Adderall. Oh, good lord.
I'll hand you it through the screen.
Oh, please do.
Catch.
Please do.
Here, catch.
Okay, where are we going? Let me ponder for a second. Okay, so
Absolutely.
story, comic, art. Yeah, remember you gotta stay organized. Half the battle is doing organization and making sure that
Yeah.
information and stuff like that is consumable to not just you but to everyone. Especially when doing like storyboarding or like just outlines in general. What I use for specifically like the bones of a story, and this is something that you should do, is I use, and I think I've shown it to you. I use Obsidian, and I use
Yeah.
their feature where it's like a pin board, because
I really liked that. I remember you showing me that, and I was like, this is a great way to organize.
because you need to have a backbone before you start writing dialogue, before you start whatever. Because really writing and working on any project is working up. Like working up from being working on stuff that's more and more and more specific. So if you were gonna do something, since it's not directly in line with writing, if I was gonna give you advice, I would say you yourself should create something like that. Since it won't be like to do with writing, but it'll be a general backbone of the story, to give your
Like
writers
a concept.
exactly a concept.
Yeah.
And
I need to work on a clear concept for them to work off of,
yes,
to build up from.
yes. And also, divide up.
Because I do fall into the trope of making my story sometimes too convoluted. With my main one, my main one, I do that.
Yeah,
with this side one, I think I can make like a simple summary story of it, so that they can work off of that. I think I can definitely do that for that one. Yeah. But the main one is going to be the giant beast that I have to tackle at the end of this.
I feel you, brother. I feel you. Oh, good lord, terrifying in the future.
I know. I'm dreading it.
Yeah. Okay, so art stuff, don't die, don't explode, blah 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 blah. Okay, so we talked about the general ideas for the story. We talked about, so you said that you have 3 people right now for writers. Where is everyone?
Well, I have one writer, and then one person that is willing to
do the cleanup art.
An editor. No. Cleanup art. That's a different person. Somebody's. I have one writer, one cleanup artist, and then one writing editor. So I've just had 3 people on the project so far. I need 4 writers in total. Honestly, I think I might need just 2 editors, but 1 is okay, and I'm very happy with that. And if you're wondering about finance, that's why I'm getting ready to start a Kickstarter, and I've taken up, and I'm starting to employ myself. Applying to like 3 different jobs, and I'm doing that while about to start a trade school. So, but I believe in myself, so I'm gonna do the very ambitious thing, but. Again, it's one of those things where I need, like, I'm comprising a list of people and that are passionate and actually want to do this, and don't feel like, I don't want it to feel like a job. I mean, I'm gonna pay them obviously, but I don't want it to feel like a job. I want it to feel like something that everybody actually, is interested in doing.
Yeah.
And that it feels like And I want this to be something that feels like everybody's, like, this is their work as well, not just my comic. I want it to be like, oh, hey, guys, this is a comic I'm actually working on, so that they can say they're working on it, you know?
Yeah.
Because I really do feel like it, you know what they say, it takes a village to feed a baby or something, whatever they call it.
Feed a baby?
It's to raise a baby. To raise a baby.
Yeah, that's
I'm not good with idioms. But, yeah, to raise a baby. Or, yeah, and I feel like, you know, my comic's a baby for real.
Yeah, because I think another thing, it's really, really hard managing people and making sure, like, everyone stays on track with what they're doing and know what they're doing and whatever. That's where I had the most problems with. But also, you know, I don't got a lot of money to be paying people. So I'm going off of the grace and charity of a lot of people. So, you know,
honestly, that makes I feel like not to compare or not to compare the people who are working on either of our things, but honestly, the people working on yours, it kind of makes them even more passionate and gives more to your story, to BH.
Maybe. I after, because I had orientation, I have all this other stuff going on. I need to start locking in again on making sure people are awake, working on character expression. How are you feeling?
Stop scaring me.
Because Arare also may or may not be working on character expressions for me.
Yeah, no, I am working on it, believe it or not. I'm working on rendering it. Because I want it to look as pretty as everybody else's.
Yes.
Actually, surprisingly, like, oh, I gotta lock in.
Yeah. Oh, dude, I gotta talk to fucking Kit. I gotta talk to so many people. Okay. Actually, surprisingly though, for the most part, the background art for 2 days are completely done. Sort of.
For real?
Technically. Sort of, kind of. Technically. And then I have all the writing done. So, because what the way that I'm doing the background art is I'm having the background art be done separately from the characters in the background art. You know what I mean? Like the background characters?
Yes.
So, I'm having people do the background art, and then I'm having my friend Kit do the character background art to plug into the background stuff. I hate saying background so many times. But
yeah, no, I was gonna say, take a shot every time he says background.
Because I first of all, I suck at doing background characters. I suck at drawing characters. Because I'm not good with like proportions and all that other shit. But also
proportioning is really hard.
For real. But also a thing to worry about is consistency, because when you're working with so many different artists, like and especially for people who I'm not paying, you need to figure out like how this shit is going to work, because also I'm not working with people who are on like an industry level where like you have to learn how to like copy the exact same art style. And also I think that it's so much more entertaining mixing in art styles than
it looks like Dream Barbecue.
Yes, exactly.
Sorry to compare the game. I don't think the gameplay is anything the same, but I do think like the concept of having different borderline mixed media, you know, because of how drastic the which I do know you do work with mixed media, which is already very impressive, because that's hard to do, to be skilled in so many fields. Yippee!
But dude, literally listening to you just made me want to start working. I'm gonna be honest, but I fucking hate doing backgrounds. Continue, sorry.
Yeah, sometimes you gotta speak that shit into existence.
Real, I feel you.
You gotta be like, I'm working on something, and then you're like, oh shit, I actually have to go do it now. Alright, time to actually, put my money where my mouth is.
Oh god. Alright, so
manifestation or whatever.
So almost an hour in, and we did not answer a single question that I usually normally do.
I thought we were. I just realized I've been making up my own questions. My bad. I've been interviewing myself this whole time.
But it's better this way, honestly. I think I like this. I like this sort of interview more because, like, the way that I do interviews anyways is that I try to focus less on questions and I focus more on what other people want to talk about because questions are fucking boring.
Yeah.
Like, realistically,
I don't know.
that's not
I
where
love
people come from.
questions.
I love
But no, I
questions.
get exactly what you mean. People will definitely like more casual conversations. I love questions. I love like checking off a list, you know.
And also, dude, honestly, it is nice to talk. Yeah, and any opportunity that I
Yeah,
get,
no,
well,
it is.
it's nice to talk about um projects, and then with you
I thought you were
working
gonna
on
just say it's
something,
nice to talk to me, and I was
it's
like, oh
well,
yeah, of course. I
well,
love talking to you.
it is nice to talk to you, but it is really entertaining because you're working towards starting to work on a project, and I'm doing the same thing. I love that.
Yeah,
I love.
you true. I'm gonna be real. You did inspire me to like actually put start actually putting down my shit. You know, putting down
No shit. That's crazy.
posting and
Mm-hmm.
stuff like that. I'm putting yeah, posting and posting. I couldn't find the word that I was looking for.
I believe in you. Oh yeah, also unironically held Arare's hand through setting up
Oh yeah, you
streaming
did.
stuff.
You
And I
were actually you were
oh
Jesus. Thank you.
don't worry, gang. Eulalia literally did the exact same thing for me. And
I'm about to do. You know, I'm about to do the exact same thing for like two other people too, because
oh yeah.
they saw what I was doing and they were like, "Yo, teach me how to do that," and I was like, "Absolutely,
Absolutely.
I will do my best." As if no, I said absolutely as if I absolutely don't know what I'm doing, and I'm literally winging it every single time because. No, I'm gonna be like, yeah, no, I can help you absolutely. And then as I'm helping them on a call separately, I have you on, and I'm like, hey, can you tell me how to do this?
Good lord. But I'm open to helping anyone because also it's nice. Because, yeah, dude, I need to know more streamers. Like, that's the one thing that I've had trouble with. Like, I know a shit ton of artists because of doing, like,
Yeah.
interviews and whatever, but I don't know any streamers. I don't use Twitch. Like, I only stream on it.
Yeah.
Type shit.
And I know artists like on Instagram, but I don't think any of them stream. They should stream. They're like, because they do like a lot of Aggies or Magmas or whatever, and their art is gorgeous. Not to be self-deprecating, but their art is like
Yeah.
like 99% like better than mine. And they're like in art school. Like they're actually like in university in freaking France and stuff and like doing stuff. And so their art is beautiful, and I'm like, dude, and they have comics too themselves, like, and they're working on it, and they're so good, and I'm like, you guys should, because they should be, like, being on live stuff, and they're very funny, too. If any of you speak French, I definitely, I definitely would check them out.
Whoa, oh god, I was literally thinking about something. Oh yeah, no, but I feel that 1,000%. Also, with me going into college, like, it is terrifying. Dude, I told you before, I don't know how to draw characters. I don't know how to draw characters. Like, I don't know how to draw characters. Like, I drew my character walking, and it looks so funky. Wait, let me actually pull it up on stream. And like people can draw like realistic shit and like draw poses. I can't draw poses. I can't draw positions. I can't draw.
I love drawing poses. It's a challenge for sure. But I mean honestly, it's the most basic answer, but practice. Just practice.
I'm gonna
like day and night. Like I used to just draw instead of sleep, like all the time. I just used to just draw instead of sleep, and I still do that because there's a lot of things that I still struggle at, and stuff that it's like if I stop drawing for a little while, my art does like start sucking, and then I have to like.
See, dude, the problem is
my own art style.
I don't practice, and I don't like study. Like people, like I did that. Like the last time I studied to learn how to draw something was almost fully a year ago at the start of school when I was learning how to draw hands and then I forgot about it like a month later.
Mm-hmm.
Look at what I sent in the freaky thing. I can't draw poses either. I feel that.
Let me see.
In the freaky thingy. Yeah.
Where's the freaky thingy again?
The VC. The.
Oh yeah. Yeah. The chatty chat. Oh yeah. Okay, I see it. Yeah. No. Yeah. This beautiful demonstration of It just looks insane, but look, I love it.
It's just a little wonky. Just a little wonky.
I love it.
That's okay though.
And the background. Oh no, I was talking about the thing before. The background looks amazing.
Thank you.
I meant the thing before that.
Thank you.
I love this.
That's why
I love the art style so much. Your book, or not your book, your art style reminds me of a book. Like
oh yes.
Your book. It reminds me like of old like some Korean artists like have a certain like art style to them that reminds me of reminiscent of that. I don't know if you know, there's this manga or webtoon I meant called No Way Home, or something. No, it's not No Way Home. I'm thinking of Spider-Man. It's called No Home or something. But it's this it's about these like boys who live in a dorm that have all of these crazy lives, and they're very flawed characters. None of them I would ever like be friends with IRL. Like I'd actually like fight them if I met them in person. But they're very interesting story. Kind of made me cry. But the background like drawing or the art style in general kind of reminds me of the way you draw backgrounds. But I really like it. Very, very beautiful.
Yes. Oh, good lord. And I have so many more backgrounds that I need to do.
They are tiring.
They are tiring. I think this might be a lot of them, if not all of them. Hopefully it'll send soon. Because I'm working on
questions.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry, I interrupted you. Go ahead.
Because I'm working on the second day's backgrounds, and I just need to do, I think, one more, and then, like, a little bit of something else. Oh, good lord. Anyways, what's your pronouns?
Oh, mine, he, they. I think they should be on screen.
They are, but, yeah. But I don't think...
Yeah. No, but they're he, they. Yeah, they're he, they, but I mostly lean towards he, him, because, I don't know, leaning towards that.
It's because you're gay.
Because I'm gay. Because I'm gay. I said that so sad.
What's your favorite color?
My favorite color?
Green.
Okay, so my favorite color changes all the time. And no, it's not green.
Purple.
My favorite color right now is
blue.
The exact color. Oh, well, teal is my second favorite right now, but right now it's the exact color of orange that is on the character shirt that I have. Yeah. Homestuck horns, the orange. Troll horn.
What's your favorite dog breed?
No, it's sorry, I got too into it. I was gonna say it's Taurus blood. It's my favorite.
Taurus blood?
Which is funny because Taurus, because I am Taurus.
Oh,
you know?
Taurus blood. I thought you said horse blood.
Yeah.
It's like, girl, what the fuck?
No, Taurus. Like, you know how
Don't talk.
I forgot his name, but the little wheelchair troll.
Oh right. Girl.
Yeah, Travis or something.
Travis. Taros?
No. Travis from Sally Face?
Shut the fuck up. What's your favorite dog breed?
But my favorite dog breed. Okay, I'm basic. I do love a good old hound. I love
hound dog.
Hound dog, yeah. But I also love above that. I just love big dogs, but my favorite one, husky. Husky is just so pretty, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, husky's my favorite for sure.
I love wiener dogs. I have a wiener dog on the table right now. Hold on.
I was gonna say I see one. No, they're so cute. Wiener dogs aren't wiener dogs a type of hound dog?
Sure.
I'm pretty sure they're like a breed of it, but Yeah, they have like the hound nose, but with the like the messed up body, as if we're in you have you heard of the YouTube series that is like
You're scaring me.
Very cursed. It's very cursed. It's called like the days after or something about with the Q, the aliens that transform everybody's bodies.
The tomorrow days or
Yeah.
tomorrow something?
Days. That's essentially what we did to dogs.
Oh yeah.
We like
tomorrow
bred them
humans.
into like
tomorrow humans.
Yeah. Like poor pugs. I feel like pugs is a good example. Anyway, but what next question? I got this. I'm ready for it.
What's your favorite show, book, movie, or manga?
Currently, my favorite show is Pretty Please I Do Not Want to Be a Magical Girl. It's this indie show that just started. I think it only has its pilot out on YouTube, and I love it because it's representation of black magical girls, which are like almost nearly non-existent in the magical girl genre, which I'm a huge fan of. I love magical girls to death, hands down. And then my favorite. Did you say my favorite manga or my favorite anime?
Sure. Both.
Okay, well, my favorite anime, I mean, it's since I already mentioned Magical Girls, is Madoka Magica. I haven't seen the new movie yet, so don't spoil anything for me. It is my favorite anime to this day. I love a good old dark twist to something that's cute, but to be honest, Magical Girls in general, as a genre, still kind of had that kind of dark element in it in different parts. And then my favorite manga, it used to be Lookism, which is a really, really effed up one. It's like cursed as hell.
Oh my god!
But yeah, Lookism is crazy. But
why the fuck was that your favorite?
Because I was bad taste. Once upon a time, I had bad taste. Okay, happens to the best of us. A fairy tale used to be my favorite. You know how bad you have to be to have fairy tale as your favorite.
Wait, what was the? What was the fucking the Korean one where they were like evil and like chaining the motherfucker up in the basement?
Yeah, that was Lookism. Oh. Lookism did a lot of evil stuff in it.
Really?
Yeah, Lookism is vicious. And so is there was this other series that was by the same artist. I think that's the one I'm thinking of actually.
No, not Lookism.
Did really bad stuff.
No, what was the other thing?
Are you talking about the No Home one? Yeah, Sungwoo, yeah. I mean, there's always a Sungwoo in the story, so I don't know which one. Is it by the same artist?
Wait, it was
Is it by the same artist? It was Yaoi. Okay, then you're losing me. I mean, I know Yaoi, but I don't know what you're talking about, bro.
No, it was like evil Yaoi. Fuck.
Evil Yaoi.
Yeah.
Are you talking about banana fish? Like, that really... That felt evil to me. That felt evil to me.
It was the kidnapping thing. Killing stalking, you psychotic.
Oh my... Hell no.
Oh my...
Killing stalking is straight up... Yeah, no, because killing stalking is literally... Excuse my language, but like... Can I say fetish?
Oh no, it is criminal. It is crime.
Like it's criminal. It's fetish like crime porn or whatever. It's like they commit literal crimes on paper, like on drawing.
On drawing,
or
yeah.
Crimes. Whoever drew that, I don't care if it's supposed to be like a think piece or whatever. You should not have access to a drawing tablet.
You should not do
ever
that.
Again. No. Whatever that. Wait, I never read it, but I've heard of it.
Someone gets locked in a basement in Lookism? I have no idea.
Yeah,
what Lookism is.
Yeah, Lookism isn't a yaoi, but there is a gay character in it. That, I mean, I headcanon him as gay. His name's Jay, and he's like the blonde rich dude. And I'm like, yeah, he's definitely in love with the main character. But that's just my headcanon. But Lookism is about this kid who transforms from more of a chubby guy, and he transforms that into this like really tall, scrawny guy, and everyone treats him differently, but he's also more buff. But throughout the story, he gets he's still chubby, but he gets powerful, and so he doesn't even need to be that scrawny dude to be like buff and fighty. but he still holds on to that because he likes he likes how people treat him when he's like that. But there's still people who treat him kind when he's his other form. So it's pretty much like a self-love kind of story, which is interesting. But don't get it twisted. It's not wholesome. This story is disgusting and evil and vile.
Oh my god.
A lot of criminal stuff in it. A lot of trigger things in there. I'm not even gonna name the trigger things.
Why is this your favorite?
It used to be. I said it isn't. I freaking hate it. I don't hate it now, but I just don't like it anymore.
Yes.
My favorite what did I say? My favorite manga now. This doesn't even help my case. My Broken Mariko. It's a very short not bittersweet. Why am I tripping? It's a very short tragedy. It's a tragedy Yuri, if you could even call it that. It's one-sided Yuri, but it's a tragedy, and the Yuri part is not even the tragedy part. It's the circumstance the second main character is in, and they have an adaptation, a live action, and it's super good, and I love it. It makes me cry every time, and it's my phone lock screen on like the front lock screen and the back lock screen. Mm-hmm. But My Broken Mariko is a really depressing story about it's better. It's what Poon Poon wanted to be. It's what Poon Poon thinks it is. Poon Poon lovers out. If you're a Poon Poon lover out there, fuck you.
What?
Anyway, no, but My Broken Mariko, it's really sad. But Poon Poon is vicious. Poon Poon, whoever recommended me that, count your days. I remember somebody recommended me to read Poon Poon. You evil bastard.
That's
you
crazy.
have no soul. Never recommend Poon Poon to anybody. Is trigger. It was, I mean, obviously, there's going to be triggering subjects in it, but Poon Poon, I am not, whoever has, like, Poon Poon himself as the profile pic, why? Why? Absolutely why? You're the same people who, like, freaking sympathize with freaking Griffith. Like, screw you.
Wait,
anyway,
I gotta pee.
I'm not.
I gotta pee.
Okay. I'm gonna yap a little. Is that okay?
Yeah, speak your shit.
Okay. But I'm not saying Poon Poon and Griffith are the same, and I don't compare them in any way. But what I'm getting at is like, I guess people like a flawed main character, but I'm gonna be real. That guy's. I don't even like Berserk though, and don't shoot me, but like Berserk, bro, you cannot be around me. I'm sorry. I mean you can, but like you can enjoy what you like to enjoy. I just believe that Berserk is a piece of media that I personally can't fully, I guess, enjoy to its extent that it was meant to be enjoyed. Like, I feel way too bad for Casca, and I know there's like other characters who suffered in it, but I leave my dark skinned queen alone. And then not my broken Poon Poon, but Poon Poon, wherever, is an interesting story. I definitely want to. It reminds me of Gummo. If you have ever seen the like indie long form movie that was more of a documentary. It's called Gummo. It's really disgusting. It has a lot of trigger warnings in it for animal things. And I don't really love Gummo, but it reminds me of like realities of life and just like kind of the shitty sides of life that people show. And that's essentially how I view Poon Poon and how I view Gummo. That's a better comparison rather than Griffith. But that's how I see it, and I don't think it's the cat's pajamas, you know? And that's just me. If you like it, that's okay. I just don't like it, and I don't really like people trying to convince me that it's not what it is, which is, I feel like it's truly a think piece. I think it is, because it's either, if it's an I don't know if it's an autobiography, because God, I hope it's not. I really, really hope it's not. But also, it does feel like, and I guess the more sanitized version of that would be Goodbye Ari or something, where it's like through the eyes of a clearly flawed person in their life, and how it's just like, you know, a bit not great, but you know, it's a story. So, and it's a story about somebody who's not flawed, so it's meant to just be out there. But nonetheless, I can take a flawed person's story only so far, and that's just me. If you call me a little bit cuckoo banana for doing that, so be it. Maybe I'm a little cuckoo banana, but that's how I feel about Poon Poon, and yeah. But My Broken Mariko just makes me. It's hurt. It's comfort hurt. You know. Mm-hmm. It's like when you read a hurt comfort. What do they call it? Fan fiction. I was like, what am I thinking of? Hurt comfort fan fiction or whatever. Yeah, and that's how I feel about My Broken Mariko, and that's my favorite manga. My favorite anime, again, Madoka Magica, and then what was the other thing you asked?
No clue.
Bruh. Well, nonetheless, those are my faves. They always change over, like, the years. I mean, obviously, since my favorite anime in the past was freaking Fairy Tail, and my favorite manga in the past was Lookism, which is questionable. I think, honestly, when I changed from liking Lookism was when they took away my King Vasco's build. They like character design entirely changed for Vasco, and that's when I knew this ain't my baby. This ain't the manga that I started with. Which I know the mangas are supposed to change, but it's also it's like the One Piece of mangas too. Like, it goes on forever. And it's still, I think, in continuation. I don't think they finished it.
Well, technically, it's a manhwa.
Yeah, you're right. Because,
do you like manhwa better than manga?
I do like manhwa better than manga. Actually, no, I used to like it better than manga, but then Fujimoto changed my mind.
Wait, guys.
Fujimoto. Yeah, I love Fujimoto's art style. So yeah, Lookism has 447 chapters currently.
Fuck.
Yeah, it's a webtoon on Webtoon Writer, so I guess it's not.
I like manga better because of the formatting.
Yeah. Hi, Pasta. Hi, Rory. Hi. How are you?
Ask questions if you want to, Vix.
Yeah, ask any questions if you want to, dude. Please.
Please.
I'm in so much pain. I think I got sun poison. Oh no! Did you Did you put on sunscreen?
Nope.
Put on aloe vera right now.
Have you guys ever died?
Yeah, actually, I did once. It was when I was drowning, and then actually twice. When I was drowning, and then one time when I don't know if I can say this on TikTok, but when the air was escaping me. When somebody else was removing the air from me. It's the best way I can put it, so it doesn't sound crazy. Your hair is blue, are you okay? No, I have pronouns too.
Oh.
What do you think, bro? I have blue hair and pronouns. Life is not good. Boss has no hair, so he said, yeah, of course. He got a headache. Don't you see the crack?
Shut the fuck up.
You need some ibuprofen.
No, girl, I'm the little guy with
Do you have any ibuprofen? Yippee! Yeah, you have a beautiful orbs.
Beautiful orbs.
Or should I say orb? Orba. Put it. Get that thing away from me. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
And half of the balls are cut off. Well, no, like the bottom. Whatever.
Yeah, okay, I was like, you neutered yourself in the...
Imagine I just drew between the little legs 2 balls hanging down.
That would be so adorable. You should have
So adorable? Okay, I wouldn't say that. That's
yeah, no, for real. Look, no, it is totally kawaii. Anything can be kawaii if you put your mind to it. Lobotomy core. See, lobotomy core, isn't that so cute? Isn't that so petite? So XX.
So petite.
I want to drown in aloe. Yeah, no. Do you live in a desert climate? If you do, just grab something that looks like an aloe. Be careful though. You shouldn't grab random herbs and rub them on you, but
You should.
they haven't failed me yet.
Never
Yeah, I'm like, they haven't failed me yet.
What's your
And they're choking.
what is your biggest... Bro, literally, Arare was dying from fucking nothing. Like, actually physically dying.
I
thought she was over-exaggerating for just to be funny.
No, I genuinely was inhaling everything, and it was, I saw the pink staircase, you know? I went to an amusement park. Do you like amusement parks? Dude, I hate amusement parks.
Fuck you.
You know why? Let me tell you the story. You would hate it too if you hear what I'm about to say. So, so there's this place. I'm not gonna name it because I'm pretty sure it's only in my state. So there's this amusement park, right? And it had this one ride, and the ride was literally called, like, I'm gonna paraphrase. It was called like the jump of death, right? And my mom was like, let's just go on this little ride. See, above it, and she was pointing towards the above part, because I knew it was underground, but she didn't believe me. It was like really short area, and it was really small, little roller coaster. And so she's like, let's just go on this. It's a kiddie ride. And we went on it, and we went into the line. The line was really long, but then as we got deeper, it just kept going and going. And then as further as we got, the more I started crying. The more I was like, Mom, this is crap. And that, mind you, I never was a kid that cried ever, let alone complained. And my mom saw me, and she was laughing at me. She was
hilarious.
It started with her trying not to laugh because she was like, oh, I realized I messed up. Like, I messed up, and this child is like about to go on the flight of their life. And I was like, why are you laughing at me?
Back?
No, she was refusing it. It went underground. We were taking stairs to go further in the line. So if we went back, it would have been hard. And my whole family was in the line, so nobody would have been outside to wait for me. You know what? Actually, they could have gone back, but guess what? They chose not to. There were so many instances where I said, "Hey, wait, we can still go back. We can still go back," but they were like, "No, no, no, no." And then we got to a point where we were at the end of the line, and we were about to hop in the thing, and I said, we could have turned back. There were so many times I could have turned around. There were so many. You kept saying there was no chance, and we were right about to be there, but there were so many. Arare hates amusement parks because I got sunburned there. Yeah, I hate them because, for your sake, obviously. Yeah, I'm in solidarity.
Loves the poor? What are you talking about?
Yeah, I do. What do you mean? What do you mean? This ain't no laughing matter, despite the fact that I'm still laughing. I do love the poor.
Just continue your story. Just continue the story.
No, the poor love me too, you know, for real. Me and the poor, we're like this. No, I'm sorry. Okay. Anyway, what was I saying again? Oh yeah, the line. So I was right about to hop on that line, right? And right before
Is that why you're such good friends with pasta?
What?
That's crazy.
Oh no.
I'm not poor.
Bro, you're getting roasted. You're gonna let them talk to you like that, bro? You're just gonna let them talk to you like that?
I insult Alex so much. I'm really close friends with Alex. I get so much joy from making fun of Alex.
Friendship
is
magic.
Story.
Oh yeah, friendship is magic. But the end of the story is that we got to the end of the line. I was just right about to get into the caboose, and I was still sobbing my heart out. But this was the first time I snapped at my mother. I turned around and I said, you're gonna be the reason I perished. Like, I didn't say perish, but I'm paraphrasing. And she was like, and she was still laughing, and then we sat in the thing, and she was trying to be like, no, calm down, it's okay. And I was like shaking, and I was like, oh no, it doesn't work, I guess we have to get off. And the poor worker was like, and I was actually going crazy. And the poor worker was like, just put your hands on the ride, I'm gonna put the thing down, but we also have to put your seatbelt on. And he was about to put my seatbelt on, and I was like, why isn't the seatbelt working? Why is it? Because it wasn't working. And they were like, and the person looked concerned too, but This was the worst day for the seatbelt to not work, because I was actually about to...
Shit myself.
I was about to defecate right then and there. Defecate? No, that means poo.
Girl.
Anyway, anyway, so I was literally
trying to say, what do you mean?
Defecate sounded like the other evil D word, and I was like, no, I'm trying to correct you, but I guess you're just...
Oh, yeah.
Anyway, back to what I was saying. So, he put down the handlebars and finally buckled it together, and I was like, no, and I was just like crying, and because I was like, I wish this didn't work, I wish this really didn't work, and my mom looked at me and was like, hold on, and no, and then the seatbelt, this is the worst part. This is the worst part. The seatbelt didn't click. All of a sudden, the seatbelt didn't click, and my mom wrapped her hand around me as if she was the seatbelt, and I held on for dear life. And that is what happened. The seatbelt never worked, and it was the scariest thing of my entire life. And I was just thinking in my head, like, I knew I was gonna die this way. I just knew it. Or sorry, not die. Perish this way. There we go. Anyway. So we went on the ride. We went all the way through, and the second we went through, this was the last thing I saw, because I closed my eyes after visualizing the first thing. You know when you see a bag of noodles, or a lot of, like, just looking, when you're boiling noodles and you look into the noodle pot and they just they're all twisted together? That's what it looked like. It was actually hell. It was genuinely the gates of hell. And that's all I saw. All I saw was a visual display of hell. Or some child, when a child scribbles on a crayon on a piece of paper? That's what it was. It was upside down, sideways. It was everywhere, and it was so huge. It was even bigger than you could have imagined. And so we went on, and it was 100 miles per hour. Like, it was lightning quick. Not a single spot did we're slowing, and it was very jerky. And I'm surprised I didn't throw up. But we went through that whole thing, and at the very end, I didn't breathe the whole time. I held my breath, and I was like holding on to my mom so hard. And but she had like her arm around us, a seatbelt, and I was like, I can't believe my seatbelt isn't working, and I'm really freeballing this. And I was a very scrawny child, so I would have flown out if she wasn't holding me. I would have flown out of the the thing that was the handlebars that was holding the whole thing together. I would have just immediately flown out if she didn't hold on to me. That is how serious it actually was. And so at the end of the thing, they saw that my seatbelt wasn't on, and they're like, "Oh my goodness, are you?" They were like, the staff were like, "Oh my goodness, are you okay?" And then I was like, "I told you guys, the seatbelt wasn't working." And I was just exasperated. But most importantly, I just went nonverbal after that, and the rest of the day I was like, and they said, okay, you don't have to do any more rides. You can sit this one out. And I did sit that one out. And that is why I hate rides.
You could have sued. That's what someone said.
Yeah, I know. I was. That's what I was thinking. I was like, I remember telling my mom in the car, I'm suing this place, but I didn't even know what suing meant. So I was just like, we need to make sure these people pay. We need to make sure these people pay and suffer for what they did. And they almost I almost became a little statistic, bro. And they shut down the statistic, bro.
A statistic.
Quit making fun of me. Autistic. Anyway. No, but
Mama fumbled the bag is crazy. Sorry, continue.
No, Mama did fumble the bag. He called me fat and poor. Alright, please help me. What do you mean, fat, delicious, yum yum? What? That means you eat more than him, It means he's the poor one.
Yeah, statistic a statistic in one of the people who are dying. Do you know Zay on TikTok?
Exactly.
Maybe this is one of your friends, but there's a thank you for watching, Zay. Please don't leave. Also, to remind everyone, if you have any questions, please ask.
Thank you for watching, Zay.
Thank you for watching, Zay. Sorry.
Yeah, if you have any questions, please ask. Yeah, don't leave, guys. I have even more funny, cool, traumatizing stories. Yeah, ask literally anything. And I mean literally anything. Anyway, but at the end of that day, oh, am I still on? Okay, I'm still on.
I'm in bed. Oh, I'm sitting in my bed naked while eating tortilla chip. Hint of lime.
You know what? That is a vibe.
I'm not gonna say anything.
Eating chips by yourself,
funny.
handsome.
Yeah, you're still on, buddy. Yeah, you're stupid. Sorry.
yeah, no, you're stupid. You're fucking idiot. That's right. That's right. Would you do that, or would I do what? Eat chips? I love chips.
Bed naked while eating tortilla chip. Hint of lime.
Yeah, I'd absolutely do that. That sounds like a blast. As long as it's spicy with a hint of lime. I don't like the idea of eating a chip that's just lime by itself. Because that's just sour. At that point, just eat a pickle, you know?
Oh, right. But, anyways, but you were a kid, though. You should still like amusement parks.
I like the candy. I like Dippin' Dots. I like a cotton
Line
candy,
and potatoes is crazy work. How is that crazy work? Arare, why does your PNG do not have no pants on? Arare does have pants.
This is what I'm talking about. This is why I should have drawn it differently.
Yeah, you kind of don't look like you got pants on.
Oh no. Well, this is what I thought we were all eating chips together. This is not the perfect attire to wear chips.
Yeah, I'm just
wearing chip eating outfit. I'm just wearing chip eating outfit. You know what they say? Art imitates life. I just wanted to be as accurate as possible.
Yeah.
No. I jest. It kind of looks like I'm eating one of the like dangly chandelier things. I'm numb. Yeah, no, I already regret not. Stop moving me. It looks silly. I already regret not updating the drawing to just Pibble Mobile? Wait, can somebody help decipher what that means?
Mobile. Literally, we talked about it.
Yeah. No, yeah, you're right, sorry. Isn't that such an uncute baby, like, nickname for something? Tell me that's not, like, the least baby-esque nickname to name this dreamcatcher chandelier. A mobile. I am not calling that a mobile. That kind of scared me. It kind of looked like it was an arm reaching for me for a minute there.
I'm so sorry, TikTok.
Wait, you know...
I'ma go right, but bye, Gaia. Bye, Zay. Thank you for joining. Girl, what?
I didn't know what you even said, so I was like, yeah,
Shut the fuck up. I have a problem. I say girl too much.
What's your problem?
I say girl too much. Where are we going? Okay, moving on.
You never too much. Girl is universal. Girl is a placeholder for when nothing is there.
Exactly.
Yeah. You know what they say? Gal is mine. Gal is mine.
Okay.
You'd know that if you were turned and lit like me. I'm so sorry.
God damn it.
My girlfriend told her grandma that I got burnt and now I'm in trouble? What? Does your grandma like you not burnt? Are you baby smooth? You have a lot of problems, Pasta.
I hate
you have a lot of... Wait, no, what do you mean? I'm not the crazy one. They just said you have a lot of problems.
I have a lot of problems?
Quit judging my friend. Yeah, they just said you have a lot of problems. I am baby. Baby. Man, then you love this mobile. I said it right. Man, I'm so good at this.
Alright, I added the mobile to the TikTok. I am baby. Girl, what the fuck? You have a lot of problems, Pasta?
We both had different reactions. They said I am baby, and then you said, girl, what the fuck? And I said, you'd love this mobile then.
Where are we going? Who in your life inspired you?
Mobilee?
Mobilee? Yo guys, you should follow me on Twitch if you're not.
Yeah, follow on. Yeah. Yeah, follow Imposter Q. They have all kinds of fun, cool
2
videos,
away from 180. Yeah, from 180. I'm gonna be famous, guys. Yo.
Somebody used an emotive.
Oh my God.
I'm just
Bob
here.
Ross? Fly High King.
Sleepy. Yeah, no, Fly High King. Actually, put F's in the chat for Bob Ross. 07's in the chat for Bob Ross. The
07? What?
Right now. You know, 07, like the soldier, like, dude, you know what I mean.
No, I don't.
You need to know Twitch lingo. You need to know Twitch lingo. It's like a little emoticon that looks like the what do you mean stop it? Never stop. Never stop. Never stop.
Get it. Sorry.
Get it. There you feel it. Da 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 da.
I want to go to bed. Don't go to bed. You can't.
You are in bed. You literally just.
Yeah, bitch.
You just told me. You just told me you were already in bed eating chips. Are you lying to me? Is our whole relationship based on a lie right now?
No,
are you telling me that you were not
Did you not say 07? 67?
Yeah, I said 07.
Oh wait.
See, Sleepy Souls.
You know what? I give up. I don't care.
6-7. Did you write 6-7 because 7, 8, 9, or did you write it because you?
7, 8, 9. Yo, I'm gonna actually have an aneurysm on fucking stream.
I want a bed. Man, maybe you do need bed because the way you're typing. No, you're valid. Actually, just lucid dream. Just lucid dream and
fall asleep to the stream. Exactly.
Yeah, fall asleep to the stream and have my serenading, not grating voice at all, beautiful, angelic voice serenade you to sleep. Jeez. Wait, what song should I sing?
Wait, no, what's a song that we would know? What religious songs do you know? Did you ever go to
I was gonna say Jesus loves me. That's like...
Let's sing it together again.
Wait, early I said gift bone instead of gift card. Is that what you meant? But I just realized, Sleepy Souls, you said I'm just here. Is that a reference to Pomni on episode 5 of Amazing Digital Circus?
Shut the fuck up. Arare.
Wait, I love that song. It's a banger.
Wait.
Yeah, Jesus loves me.
Father, do you know Father Abraham? Many sons.
Many sons had Father Abraham, and I am one of them.
And so are you.
And so are you.
Let's just praise the Lord.
Right arm.
Right arm. Left arm.
No. Left foot was correct because you're supposed to start from the bottom to the top.
Yeah.
Left foot, right foot, Father Abraham, and many sons.
Many sons
had Father Abraham. And I'm one of them.
And so are you.
And so are you.
So let's
just praise the Lord. Right. No, I keep doing the wrong. Left knee, right knee. Wait, no, let's actually do our God is an awesome God. He reigns from heaven with it. The power and love. Our God is an awesome God. Our God is an awesome God. He reigns from heaven.
Wait, I'm trying to think of.
That's all I know.
Wait, I'm trying to think of other, because I did VBS for I
hope Jar Jar Binks never dies. Yeah, I helped with the decoration of VBS this year. It's a cowboy theme. Decorations.
We're doing a camping theme this year. I don't know if I'm gonna volunteer.
We're giving Sleepy Souls. Wait, no, I was gonna say we're giving Sleepy Souls religious trauma right now, but you never were in church, so never mind.
Wait. Father Abraham had many sons. God damn it. I'm trying to think of other songs.
Think of a Hillsong one.
Wait. Oh. The Bible.
Yeah, L-E.
Yes,
that's the book for me.
I stand
up high with the word of God. The Bible. Or I am a C. I am a CH. I am a CHR. Yes, and I have CHRIST, and my HEART, and I will LIVEE. Okay, I can't say the rest of the letters because I don't remember how to spell.
Fix. What the fuck are you saying?
If I was there with you, if I was there, would you put L on my back? Absolutely. I'll do a solid for a homie. Whatever you need. She drew stars around my scars.
Is this bitch going insane?
What was it? Yeah, I think so, but you know what? I kind of fuck with this. What was that? When was that one song that goes like, she put my name in your little hearts? She put my name something. But I only know the meme version that's like, I bet she jiggles when I fart. I only know the meme one, and I hate that. I want to know the original.
Oh, you know what? Wait.
She was crazy from the start.
Yo, dude, during the entire time of orientation, I'm gonna play it off of my phone. I don't think it'll get copyrighted, but hold on. Do you know the...
You might.
Nah, no.
I don't know that.
Yeah, this was in my head for like the entire time. It was.
It sounds like something that'd be in Cocomelon.
No. It's something about having it's something about having a three-way kiss with people. Not Cocomelon.
Of course you'd be into that.
Oh, that's crazy.
Somebody just said they want to. Somebody said they want to be freed from the prison that we've, created.
No.
They didn't say that.
No.
I paraphrased.
They said,
I want to watch Markiplier.
But I saw it from a Transformers.
Does Markiplier have these gigantic, juicy melons? I didn't think so.
Who said that? Who said melons?
No, I just said that. I said that.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
I'm in competition with Markiplier. What do you think's wrong with me?
I hate you.
Gulp. Oh no.
Okay, we literally still haven't answered the fucking question.
Shut
up, bitch.
Oh yeah. I forgot.
Is there a human being in your life that I want his... I'm not repeating.
Honestly, real. I do too.
Moving on.
Dab me up, brother.
Shut the fuck.
We're dabbing each other up. You can't even see what we're doing. Anyway.
Yo,
sorry, what was your question?
Is there a person in your life who's inspired you quite a bit?
There is, I think. I think there is. There's like a handful. I have my top, like, okay, what has inspired me? Do you mean like inspired, like,
Whom?
Well, I mean, okay, so my friend, Sleepy Souls actually, in the chat, has inspired me to just, actually put my art out there. And then you've also inspired me to kind of start, like, actually posting and stuff and streaming. And I've never, probably would have done that if not, it's been encouraged. And I do think you're probably one of my inspirations, so that's pretty cool. Not to get sappy. And then a different inspiration of mine, more mainstream, I guess, is like Steven Universe, which, oh my gosh, somebody just said in the chat, Arare, do you watch Steven Universe or Adventure Time? If you have, what's your favorite character? Yeah, okay. So actually, Adventure Time is also one of my inspirations. I don't think my art translates well with the inspirations that I have, because a lot of my inspirations are just inspirations, not really like reference when it comes to art. I think general anime. Oh, 90s anime, like Inuyasha, are my inspiration for a lot of my characters' hair, because they have that big old poofy bangs. I love those. They have, like a lot of the art from there is my inspiration. Wakfu, the show, is a huge inspiration for a lot of my characters. Like the redheaded character, the main character in the story, bro, he's literally based off, like his character, the orange hair, not his actual character, is like loosely based off of freaking Persidel. But oh yeah, to answer the question in chat that said what's my favorite character my favorite character in Steven Universe. Okay, this isn't really an actual character, I guess, but I miss. Oh wait, actually, you know what? Okay, my favorite non-main character in the series is original Rose Quartz, not Rose Quartz 2.0, or I meant Rainbow Quartz. Not Rainbow Quartz 2.0. Rainbow Quartz 2.0. I don't know him. Depart from me. You know, it's like I literally I don't F with Rainbow Quartz 2.0. But original Rose Quartz, Rainbow Quartz is beautiful, and I loved how like 80s she is. She's so like unapologetically 80s glam. And then another background character that I like is Mystery Girl, and she just should have been like more into the main plot, I feel. But anyway, a part of the main cast, my favorite character is definitely yes, I always shit on Rainbow Quartz 2.0. Yeah, exactly. Rainbow Quartz 2.0 does not deserve rights. And then but a part of the main cast. A part of the main cast is definitely, I don't know, is Lapis part of the main cast? I guess she could be.
Yeah.
Anyway, I love Lapis. But as one of the gems, my favorite, like I guess if I had to choose any character to pick as my favorite, it's Stevonnie. I just love Stevonnie. Mm-hmm. Stevonnie brings me comfort. I kind of want to do a Stevonnie cosplay soon. And then my favorite character from Adventure Time.
Wait, hold on. Wait, pause. Yo, the worst downgrade in a generation is Rainbow Quartz 1.0 to the 2.0. Like,
yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know who this liberal.
I want to say an F word, but I can't.
No. You want to say it? Yeah, no. I don't know. I can't. I'll say it for you. Wait,
no. Don't say that. TikTok.
Okay. Anyway, I don't know who the liberal fairy is. That's not fun, right?
Literally.
Anyway, the little fairy is, but get that little twink off my screen, because that is not my beautiful, bodacious, big-footed queen.
Hey, man.
Like, also, random question. Have you played Sam and Max games?
Oh, actually, the last person who I interviewed to interview, whatever. I did an interview with this guy who, like, high-key got popular off of gay Sam and Max animations.
Okay, you gotta link me that person, because I'm the one who's about to become second in line. I have folders full of Sam and Max fan art that I need to post. Also, wait, is it the person I'm thinking of? Because I might have, like, binge-watched them nightly. Not to be crazy. But I am the same person. Oh yeah, if anybody if anybody indulges in the Incredible Goofy movie, check out my Tumblr. If you guys are big fans of the Goofy movie, don't go.
But only big fans. If you're not a big fan,
if you're a huge fan, yeah, if you're a huge fan. Oh, okay, wait, what was the other thing? Yes, I wish I remember all that, also Seething and Garnet Fusion. Sunset, or Sunstone, I think? Yeah, Sunstone looks unique for sure.
Dude,
I think Sunstone could have been so much. Sunstone looks like a Pokemon. Do y'all freak with Lalaloopsy? I've seen it all. Oh, I guess Sleepy Souls knows what that is, because I don't know what that is. Oh yeah, I never answered your Adventure Time question. Okay, Adventure Time
wait, no.
My favorite. What?
When I read Sleepy Souls say that, I felt the 900-yard stare, or the 1 mile stare.
Oh yeah, I know, I was so fake. Yeah, the little, I've seen it all. Yeah, no, yeah, kind of, Sleepy Souls gives that kind of vibe IRL too, like, low-key, like, bro, you are the little traumatized, like, soldier for real. Search up Lalaloopsy now or else. Okay, bet. I was trying to answer your other question.
Lalaloopsy, bro, what the fuck?
I'm literally live under a rock, remember?
I hate you. Sorry.
Lalaloopsy. Oh wait! I vaguely know you know what they, I was about to quote Rick and Morty, but I'm not gonna be that much of a loser real quick. Let me hold myself back. Yeah, no, I know Lalaloopsy. I don't think I ever watched it or read this or looked at this game, books, whatever this is, toys. I don't know what this is, but I've seen it before, and I've like seen other people obsessed with it. So I don't know what it is. What's that one Kiki Palmer quote? So I don't know who this man is. Sorry to this man. But well, Lipsy looks super cute. Do you know it's not Angelina Ballerina, but it's this one called Nina of the I am Nia, here I me, fly away, da 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 da. Anyway, I'm going to convert
pasta slaw into
a lollipop. Yo, that's a threat, bro. See, this is what I'm talking about. Soon you'll be coughing up spit too. So you gotta be careful. People are don't give away any pictures with your eyes in them. Don't give away any pictures with. Don't feed anybody your hair. Be careful out there.
Yeah, dude.
I don't care if you're a beginning witch or an ending witch. I'm scared of you. Bet. Anyway, my African ancestry is telling me to be scared, so I don't play around with that.
Hold on. My mother has a drawer with all 4 of her children's hair in it, and I think my dog's teeth, because she was gonna like donate it for cancer.
This is what's scary. Oh, okay. If it's for donating cancer, yeah. But if it's for like collectible reasons and hiding it and then like not telling people and like collecting little bits of your hair bit by bit and then like making a doll out of it or something, that's what I'm talking about. I was about to say, if your mom, if you didn't finish that sentence about the giving it away for cancer and stuff, I would have been like, this is why white people are kind of scary. But no, but you just you wrapped it up nicely. Somebody's saying men.
Shut the fuck
That's
up.
That's so true.
Okay, let's get back to questions. Okay.
Slam poetry. Oh yeah, oh wait, I've seen all the goofy art and oh no! Sleepy Soul says, yeah, you were the one who's seen it all, haven't you? Oh god.
What the fuck?
You think if I need a prize that your mom would give me? Who are you talking to?
Me? What do you think?
Okay, good, because I'm not about to be trying to. Please don't turn me into a marketable plushie. No. I can't wait till I get the pasta plushie.
The pasta plushie.
Yeah, I can't wait. Anyway,
but actually,
you asked.
Shut the fuck up. Actually, I drew a pasta plushie.
I beg the finest pardon.
I beg you finest pardon.
I beg the finest pardon.
I wonder if I'd do the robot one or the normal Samuel first. Probably the normal Samuel, because he's a little bit.
I would collect the shit out of those, please.
Think you can, because the robot is like bony.
Yeah.
So I don't know how I'd make him into a whatever. I would kind of.
He could be like a little noodle one, kind of like those Lala Loopsy dolls. Little noodle dolls.
Yeah. Dude.
You could wear it as a scarf.
If I could get a 3D printer, I would fucking totally like design a robot Samuel figurine.
Oh, that'd be so cool. Or like a dry clay, something like that.
What do you say?
Dry clay, like the polymorph.
No, I can't even imagine. That would be really difficult. But there's a 3D printing shop at the college that I'm going to. Maybe I could do something with that.
For real? Yeah, you should totally use that. I hear some libraries have 3D printings in them. Ours isn't as funded to do that, but Look, answer your question before about Adventure Time. My favorite Adventure Time character has to be it's stuck between 2. One is Simon Petrikov and the other is Betty. I forgot her last name, but because I mean their storyline is just insane. I freaking love it so much. Simon's is very much a tragedy, but at the same time, it's like I don't feel too bad for Simon because like he's at the end of the day. At the end of the day, yeah. At the end of the day, yeah. But Betty, I think Betty is definitely my favorite character overall. I feel like a lot of people hate her, but I don't know. Maybe she's the one imperfect character that I actually like. I want to keep Simon in my house and never let go. No, I feel that. Hey, put a 1 in the chat if you would want to see some crazy Simon.
No. I also want a 3D printer so bad. Okay, shut the fuck up. Me too. Shut up. Shush. Where do you see your content in the future?
Okay, I see it an established graphic novel artist, you know, well known, everybody's in love, a huge fandom, so much fan art, so much Rule 34, you know. I can't wait. I cannot wait to see it. Oh no. I'm excited for that. I want that, you know. I want to have fun, interesting internet lore. I want a wiki page. I mean, anyone can make one, but like, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
I want one that has my wrong information.
My character, both of my characters are like.
I want to wait. Sorry to interrupt you. I want to go on Ankama or whatever, Ankama or whatever. That one dude who you can make him guess what you're talking about.
Oh yeah,
I want to be able to do that and him find me. I want to do that. That's when you know you made it.
I feel that.
Anyway, back to what you're saying.
My guy has a lot of tentacle stuff. Like both of the robots.
Oh yeah, you know how much self-control I had to have to be insanely inappropriate. You know, I've been so respectful toward So you're welcome. Oh wait, something happened.
Admitting to that is wild.
I'm just saying. Somebody gifted something.
Thank you, Poviv, for the 60 bits.
Yeah, thank you, Poviv.
You joined at a great time. We were talking about people drawing tentacle porn of my character.
Wait, are we allowed to say the P word? Also, notice how somebody typed 1 after. Remember when I said who wants to see me draw Simon type 1? But yeah, and for those newcomers, if anybody wants to see Simon Petra oiled up and just type 1 and I'll work on it.
Nice.
No. I'll be respectful. Don't worry. Back to what you're saying.
Honestly, dude, on some real shit, like.
And more 1.
I wouldn't. I think it would be really entertaining to look at freaky fan art of my character.
Yeah, no, I've seen people do that. No, be careful what you say, because people will start actually doing that. If you legit don't want that, you need to make that known.
But to just say...
Well, then what do you mean? If you don't want to encourage it. Yo, you got gifted again.
Oh, thank you. Y'all, for real? What is that little thing?
Thank you. You want me to do tricks on it? Oh.
That is us.
Y'all, for real. No, I am for real. Check out my my Tumblr. It was me.
If you like Goofy, if you like the fucking Goofy movie, good lord, you'll like a certain Tumblr. Specifically the.
But I don't just do Goofy. I do any fandom. And my commissions are open. I'd like to keep that known. My commissions are open. The only thing I don't do is CP. Everything else on the table.
Yes. That's good.
Yeah. I'm going to go to Betty. Okay, good night.
Yeah. No.
It kind of sounds like they're saying goo goo gaga.
No, none of that. Nothing too freaky. Good lord. Oh,
do you hear that? There's fireworks going on in the back.
Of course there is. Fucking yeehaw ass. Are you comfortable talking about what's
just see me draw a firework up? No, I'm not, unfortunately.
What a freaking loser, dude. Oh my god.
I thought you were gonna say pussy. I was really
I
happy.
don't know. I don't know if TikTok is gonna be okay with that. Yo, dude.
Oh, sorry.
For a
What a
entire
freaking wiener.
stream, we were raw dog talking a lot about the devil's lettuce, like a lot.
For
And
real?
I got like kicked out of streaming like 8 times. I was like, why is this happening? Like I
What?
wasn't just talking about. Oh, God.
You're like, why is this happening? How did this happen? You turn into an anime ditzy airhead. You're like,
Crazy.
what is happening?
Where are we? Where am I? Where do you see your content? Yeah, graphic novel.
And then Rule 34, and then I want to see like a thriving animation community off of my art, like animation meme community.
Yeah,
that's my goal.
I think that's like when you know you're like cool, like seeing fan art for your story.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was...
I mean, that's so cool. I already love it when I do like an OC exchange or like something like that. Like I already feel giddy and I click my heels and twinkle my toes. You know.
It's so sad. No one. I did art fight last year. No one draws.
I've never done art fight.
Bro, you gotta do it. No one does my 2 Samuel characters because they're also the like more complicated ones. Everyone does the bug and then the other freak.
I'd love to do an art fight. I think I said that to a friend too, and they said, "Oh, I'd totally do it with you," but I don't know if they've done it yet.
Well,
I don't know how it even works. Like, there's a website for it, right?
Yes.
And I didn't know that. So
hurry up and join. Yeah. I gotta start. Yo, it's already the fucking 5th day. Like, damn. People are
Wait, is there a deadline?
Well, the art fight ends at the end of July. Like, it stops at the end of July.
What? I didn't know it was an event like Inktober.
Okay, moving on. What's your favorite musician?
My favorite musician is, of course, Mitski. But I'm a person of color, so I can say that and not feel bad.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I love Mitski. She's not just because she writes angsty.
What does that mean? Wait, I'm confused.
A lot of people say if you like Mitski, then you're just a basic like white liberal, and I'm like, bro. She speaks to me on a spiritual level. I don't know. She like writes about a lot of her struggles being like Asian American and nobody being able to really catch that on when they listen to it, and they just immediately hop onto the bandwagon of like, ooh, angsty song. Mm-hmm. And she's actually speaking about things. And you know how they say like you can interpret music in any way? That's true, but like certain songs have deliberate meanings in them. Like American Girl is literally about how she's never singing about how in her love life dating like white guys, she's never going to be able to be the perfect American girl, and how it's so difficult for her to be like to be that kind of blonde hair, blue eyes, or whatever, stereotypical like white girl, and live life so in theory easy, you know, and be able to move through life in such a way, and she feels like she can never catch up to that, and no matter what, she'll never be American Girl. She wasn't raised American. She wasn't raised like, and she sings about that. She's like, no matter what I try, I can't connect on that kind of level, and I feel like they know that, and it's impossible to truly be in a relationship with somebody and connect with that with such a almost cultural difference. But it's not just on her side. It's like the fact that they themselves seem to not want to connect because of this reason that is underlying, and they know like there's an other. They treat them like an other. So, like, but not like deliberately. It's just a song about that. It's a song about that, and I really connect with that a lot. And some people just take that as like, oh, American Girl, yeah, like it's some people think it's a lesbian song. I'm like, no, it's not. But like they think it's a lesbian love song, and I'm like, no, not really, but that's cute. And then Strawberry Blonde is I think a similar song too. Yeah, no, Strawberry Blonde's also about not being able to fit into like white beauty standards and having to be an Asian American in her relationships with people who were born in the U.S., raised in the U.S., and kind of lived that white heterosexual cisgendered life forever. And she's just like, I can't really catch up to that either. And that's why, because it even says in the lyrics, it's look at you, strawberry blonde, tears rolling on. I love it when you call my name. Look at you, strawberry blonde. Something. Follow the white lines. Follow the white lines as I something. But when she says follow the white lines, she means she's following like the formation. She already explains this in an interview, so I'm not just bullshitting and making up stuff out of my ass. Yeah. She's already confirmed this, so it's even crazier when people start saying like, no, it actually means this. Mm-hmm. Like you can, if this is how it speaks to you, that's still okay and that's very beautiful that you can like interpret it in different ways, but don't misconstrue what somebody's clearly stated as, and especially if it's something that's like almost a venting, like think, like, you know what I mean? Like, it's like, if it's like something that artist is trying to like convey a very deep message, and you just kind of spit on it and stamp all over it by saying it's something else and disregarding it. It truly is a little disheartening to see. But anyway, nonetheless,
did anyone hear me rip ass during the middle of that conversation? I'm so sorry, Aurora.
I wish. I mean,
I
didn't, but
that's crazy.
No, I've been holding it in so hard right now, but, you know, I don't want to end up on DeviantArt, you know. No, people are freaking. I have to mute.
I love Old Friend. I'm not going to repeat that. I love the song Abby from Misky. Old Friend is, like, my favorite song.
Yeah, Old Friend is good, and then Abby, oh my goodness. Y'all, Door by Mitski, heartbreaking, love it. Old Friend is like your favorite song ever? Yeah, it's amazing. Basically, literally touches me inappropriately and on a different level. No, she literally does. She does inappropriately touch me too. Like, wait, am I allowed to say that?
Girl, I don't know.
Who is Ben Shapiro? I don't know who he. Oh, you have one more question? Okay, Ben Shapiro is a white-wing podcaster who
this bitch knows what Ben Shapiro is.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say he spits out insane rhetoric. My mom listens to him every single morning, like on blast. She listens to him with her volume on 10. And she listens to him, and it was kind of crazy.
You don't know what Ben Shapiro is? Is this cunt stupid? Sorry.
Dude, no, it's okay. Shut. We need to be nice to our viewers, you know? This is why we're losing. I'm kidding. No, it's probably because I keep talking about fart.
Yeah.
But, no, Ben Shapiro is a white-ring podcaster who believes he's truly a real person, and in his heart he believes that, you know, like Israel has a quote-unquote right to defend itself. He's a Zionist, and he's a low-key there's an ad, sorry. He's low-key like self-hating a Jewish man, and he keeps talking about how great Israel is, but he literally hates a lot of things that Israel's done in the past. I don't know. He's very much contradicts himself. But nonetheless, about like that political aspect of him, in general, he has this most grating voice on earth. Like, and not to make fun of people's voices, because my voice is insane, but his voice sounds like if Alvin and the Chipmunks try to sound like an adult man. But they were also told that they sounded good. Like, they truly believed they sounded good and accurate, and they just went with it. Nobody tried to correct them. That's what he sounds like. He talks with a cadence that is reminiscent of a Discord moderator that frequents VR chat lobbies. That's what he has. He has the cadence of a VR chat lobbyist. You get what I mean? Like, imagine him coming up to you saying, I love your voice. Can you say woo for me? Like, it sounds like he's about to tell me that. It sounds like he's about to come up to me and ask me if I live in a state similar to him. Like, he sounds like he's literally about to ask me, telling me his area code and tell me that I sound like my feet smell good. Like, he literally sounds like he's about to do that.
Did you hear the Ben Shapiro?
In the New York legal system,
yeah, and it hurts. Don't make me end this. Don't make me.
I don't know who Ben Shapiro is. Wait. Let's be quiet for a second. I need to give this comment proper attention it needs.
Reaction.
I thought
I relate to some.
I don't know who Ben Shapiro was. I thought he did a musical. It's really funny.
Hey! No, I think he did used to do musical theater. I'm pretty sure.
Are you dead ass?
I saw someone related to him who was running for president in 2018. 2028. Someone related to him. I don't know anything about his family life, and I don't know who Ben Shapiro is. I thought he did a musical. I love that. America's technically a musical if you think about it, and everybody's talking in slam poetry, and that's the true musical of it all.
Answer the question. Who is your favorite musician?
Oh, that's what he asked? Yeah, I already answered that. I said Mitski.
Oh,
and then
shit.
Mitski. And somebody said that they related to Abby so much, which is a song in Mitski. And I do agree. Abby's so freaking sad, but I relate to it so much too. Yeah.
I forgot that whole rant that she did. Okay. Do you have a favorite content creator that you look up to?
Do I look up to?
Yeah,
so there's this blogger. Her name is Sylvie the Queen, and she just does like these vlogs of her being in Japan as a Japanese bunny girl. But she does videos of her, and she's this autistic, chill kind of vlogger, and she's very unfiltered with explaining like how her life is, even when she's like on lows and whatnot. And anyway, I love her so much, and I feel like she really inspires me as well, because just even on the days that you're not doing good and you don't feel good, because she has more of a monotone speech pattern, and I appreciate those kinds of voices as well, because sometimes I don't have the same kind of thing, but growing up I was always somebody who had like this same kind of attitude, which would be considered a can-do attitude, but like even when I'm sad I'd have this kind of attitude, and I didn't know how to like properly convey the right tone when I'm sad to be sounding sad. And I kind of related to her because she says like people oftentimes think she's always angry or sad, but she's not. And I feel like people oftentimes think I take nothing seriously, and I sound like, I don't know, a bit too careless. But I am human just like you. I feel sadness too, I roll it. You can't see, but I just like did a Debbie Ryan and rolls my non-existent hair behind my ear.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Aurora's favorite musician is bitch. Quit spreading blasphemous lies and slander with my name. I only listen to the soundtrack of Shrek 2, and I love Accidentally Falling in Love, and I love it so much. Did you hear that? There's a firework back.
We cannot hear the firework. Okay. On my hand. What do you use to make art? Like, so the electronic device, and then also the programs.
Okay, so when I draw, most of the time I draw on my phone, on Ibis Paint, and then the times that I'm not doing that, I'm on my PC and I'm using a Wacom tablet and a Wacom pen, and I got it like 10 years ago, and I still use it to this day, no matter how busted the nib is. And the program that I use, I'm a bust. Anyway, I didn't come out as cheerful as I thought I was gonna sound. I didn't know how to end a sentence. But the programs that I use are FireAlpaca, and I used to try to use MediaBank for a little bit, but I couldn't get into it. I'm trying to teach myself Blender, and I'm still in the beginning stages. I haven't actually. Yeah, for real. because I want to make some cool things in there. And then
Yeah, girl, wait, hold on. Vix, you said you were gonna go to sleep like an hour ago. Anyways, continue.
Yeah, I was about to say, somebody's lying. I was like, somebody's just... Somebody wants attention. No. Good night. We didn't say leave. We just said we thought you were leaving. Anyway, but I mostly use Fire Alpaca on the PC, but I mostly use, like, on my phone, Ibis Paint. And sometimes in the past, like, I would just draw on just the Notes app, because the Notes app has little tools and you can draw on stuff. I did that for a little bit because I wasn't able to, like, I didn't know what Ibis Paint was yet, but once I did, boy did I use it, like, all the time. And then what else did I do? But I think that's what I mostly used. Oh, but the thing the thing I used to use the most was just traditional paper, and I draw all the time on there. I have some pretty, some pretty interesting drawings on there. You know what sucks? When you have a lot of art, but you can't show it ever because half of it needs to be censored, you know? That sucks. Mm-hmm. But that's not really wrong. I meant to say I used to draw a lot of, like, gore. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Is there any programs that you hate?
Yeah, there actually are. MediaBang used to be so slamming, but it always not saved my art, and it hated me. And then Sketchbook, this app called Sketchbook, I used to love it so much.
Oh, is it?
And then it hated me too.
Wait, I think I used the same thing.
Yeah, and then it hated me, never saved my crap, and I immediately got off of it. And then the last thing I don't like is DAZ Studio. DAZ Studio for, like, 3D stuff. I used to use that to, like, try to get good lighting and then try to copy that. I don't like DAZ Studio at all. It hates me too.
Alrighty then. I love your art, huh? So sweet.
Who, me?
I would assume.
Who, me? Who, me? You can't see, but I'm, like, twiddling my thumbs.
What's your favorite medium of art?
I think my favorite medium has to be... This is acrylic paint. Acrylic paint is my favorite. I love the chunkiness of it. But my second favorite is charcoal. I love how pretentious I feel.
Ooh, I want to say something, but I can't. I don't like you.
I love how... I know, no, don't get me wrong. I never make good art when I use charcoal, but I love how pretentious it makes me feel. I can show you my charcoal art. It doesn't look good, but it is fun. It's very fun to use, in my opinion.
No,
I used to hate it. I used to hate it a lot, but it's grown on me since I did the trade school. I love your art, yes, Ara.
It's just a sensory thing.
Oh, I get what you mean. No, on a chalkboard, I get that. But on sidewalks, I like drawing on sidewalks because
yeah.
Yeah, on sidewalks, I used to draw on sidewalks all the time. It was so fun. I also love okay, actually my favorite medium ever, I'll tell you what it is. It's children's. It's kind of a children's toy, but it's the erasey thingy, the one where you can just swipe the board and it erases.
Yeah. The, like, scratch thing.
The magnetic thingy.
Oh, it's the one where they made the thermite bomb in Breaking Bad.
Yeah. I never finished Breaking Bad, but yeah, that thing. Yeah, no, I got into it. I know spoilers of it. I just never finished it. I sat down and never finished it. But yeah, that thing, the one that has, like, metal stuff in it, or magnet stuff in it, you can use it. I like that one a lot. I drew a lot of curse stuff. I actually made my mom scared when I drew stuff on it. Because she said it gave her nightmares, and I was
crazy.
Like, oh.
Yo, dude, wait, pause. So when I was younger, like a year ago maybe, I had a lot of my art drawn on like loose leaf paper, and I taped it to my wall. Like to my walls, like all of my walls and like half of my ceiling, sort of, a little less than half of my ceiling. And one time my grandmother walked upstairs to use the bathroom. My room is upstairs, and she goes into my room, and imagine like your grandmother meeting a ghost. That's what it looked like when she was looking around at my fucking room. She was like, oh.
That's unfortunate. But yeah. I used to draw scary stuff, and yeah. I mean, to be fair, okay, I also used to be you know, when you're younger, and okay, my skill level when I was younger was the same skill level I'm at right now, which would have been seen as very impressive, but I got burnt out so quickly.
Yeah.
I was the burnt out gifted kid, right? So I have that, and and now like, and it's even worse because now like there's kids like, I hate comparing myself to artists. That's the one thing you can't be doing. Try your best not to compare yourself to an artist because it will drive you into a pit, and it will make you cry. But yeah, I have a lot of, so imagine like a really detailed, creepy drawing of a deer that has like weird things popping out, and your child draws that on a little like erased, not child, but like teenager, young adult child, teenager thingy. I don't know how old I was. But yeah, that's what you call it. Yeah, drawing like this really cursed stuff on this like a erased magnet board. Yeah, no, it wasn't Etch a Sketch because I didn't have to twist these two tubes on the end. It had a pen. You had a pen.
I think I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, draws that, and then you can't show it to your friends because it's erased now. But you're haunted by it forever. So I can understand why that gave her nightmares. But anyway, I did that a lot growing up.
Are you a furry?
Yeah, absolutely. Furry for life.
Have you considered 3D animating?
Yeah, I tried to indulge in that for a little bit, but it was hard to make a 3D model to even do 3D animation. So I barely even touched my toes into it.
What inspired you to do your style of art?
Again, 90s anime and Wakfu.
No. What person would you meet if you could meet a person, alive or dead, like any person?
Oh, for real? Okay, that's a really hard choice, but probably, honestly, I know this is really like cliche, but Jesus. Because he was a historical figure, and I low-key want to get, like, I don't know. I think Jesus would smash.
What did you say?
Not to be sacrilegious, but do you think Jesus would smash? He never got married. Maybe he was just a pimp on the deal.
I'm not gonna even answer.
You don't have to speak on that. But nonetheless, I just want to let him have a little chit chat with him, and not like in a weird way. That's not. Now I made it weird, but you know what I mean. I just want to have like an actual.
Yeah, you did this
I have
to yourself.
A list of things. Yeah, I did do this to myself, but aside from all the weird stuff I said, legit, I just want to like have a real chit chat with Jesus. The second person is probably the Queen of Sheba, because the third person is the person who lit the Library of Alexandria on fire. That person I want to chat with, and by chat with, I want to beat them up on the side of a curb. Because, are you kidding me? We could have had so much. Anyway, and then the fourth person, definitely, if I dead or alive, that I could talk to. Let me think. The last person, because this one's really important. I am doing this in the wrong order, but for real, the person I want to talk to is like Adam. I know it's so dramatic. I know we're bringing back to biblical, but like I feel like he'd talk like a child would, because he had the body of an adult, but the mentality of like probably somebody who was born like 5 days ago.
I would want to meet Bob Ross. Fire.
Oh, Bob Ross, I don't want to meet him. I'm scared. What if he's like, you don't meet your heroes. What if he like hits children, I'm scared of that. That's why I didn't say anybody like animators or heroes and stuff. Like, because if I met them, I don't want in my opinion to them to like change. Yeah, I want it to stay the same.
What's your favorite game?
My favorite game is Wakfu. I've reignited my love for it.
Oh, girl, we haven't played that in a minute. We also need to watch it.
We haven't. Yeah, no, I watched the new season because I haven't been able to because I'm poor and I didn't buy it. I'm so excited though. I love Wakfu. I'm so excited to see what's gonna happen. I wonder if they're gonna address the fact that Amalia's hair got like 3 shades yellower, which is a sign of death, a sign of perishing in the city to people. And because I know it's not because she grew up, because her mama, when they showed a flashback of her, bright green, her brother bright green.
Bright green.
And the only time I've seen it when it turned, only time I've seen it turn yellow or orange is like when her daddy was on that, when he was croaking, you know? So I'm like, bruh. They gotta explain that to me.
Okay. How do you deal with art block?
Somebody in the chat. Before I answer that, I would want to meet Bob Ross. You do too? Or I would want to meet the person that invented math and beat them. For real. More the person who decided to put letters in math. Oh, I feel that. You're a dyslexic sleepy soul, so I bet you're very upset at that. Wait, what was your question again?
How do you deal with art block?
I push through and draw the bad art. No matter how much art block I do, I used to, because I had a little sabbatical where I didn't draw for a while, and that messed me up. So I realized that what I realized is I needed to do what Cynic's design says, which is, I'm paraphrasing because I don't remember exactly what he said, but essentially it's, even when your art is bad, draw. Even, you don't have to show anybody, just draw, you know? And I'm like, yo, that's true. And you can throw it away and delete it, but draw. And it's also the same reason for a little while. He's the same reason I used to draw only on one layer. And I don't do that anymore. But I used to just draw on one layer, and I would draw everything. I would draw multiple drawings on one layer, and they would cover the first drawing, so I would never have the same drawing anymore. I stopped doing that. And sometimes, but again, it was mostly a necessity, but also because in the art application known as Sketchbook, it only had 2 layers. It only allowed you 2 layers. So I only used 1 layer, and then the second layer was just to create like overlay and stuff like that. So it wasn't really allowed to. Anyway, but I am now way more flexible, and thanks to ViralPeka, I can draw as many layers as I want. But I use, I don't make a ton of canvases, funny enough. I have like 3 canvases, and all of them have 100 and 400 layers, because they're all like different drawing. I just find that easier. I don't know. It's probably not great, but you know why I can't? This is why I don't post some, what are they called? Time lapses of like my art, or speed draw, because there's 40 different drawings on there. And that's why I have trouble like posting those. I posted like, I think one recently of a speed draw because somebody requested me doing that, and I did it anyway. I have to prove those AI artists that false. You gotta prove them wrong.
Oh, someone said that? That your art was
No, they didn't say that, but they did say they want to see me do a rendering. They just were genuinely interested in my rendering process. But I thought to myself, I'm gonna do it anyway because it'd be weird if I denied it, because I feel like they'd start accusing me of it if I didn't do it. You know?
Yeah.
Anyway,
the most common answer I've gotten for the art block thing. So I think the first most common is just look at Pinterest. The second most common is just wait it out. And I think the third most common is just to never work through it. Which was your answer.
I would say don't go on Pinterest, actually. In fact, encourage you not to, because what's actually going to happen is you're going to go on Pinterest, and all you're going to do is scroll on Pinterest, add stuff to your boards, and have fun on Pinterest. You're not going to actually do anything productive. I know this because I've done it before. And I know that an artist's mind, they will do everything but the task. So don't do that. Pinterest is just honestly the pothole of art block. It will make you even more further into the art block. But instead, just push through and draw whatever you want. Draw the thing that is actually challenging. Be like, I don't know what to draw, and I'm not going to try to draw hands. Draw hands. When you feel at your worst, when you're at your worst, start drawing hands.
I think...
Straight up.
In my personal opinion, the way that I would answer this question, and also, I think my favorite answer, not to shit on you, sorry, but,
no, of course, go ahead.
The animator that I talked to that did the Sam and Max thing, he said, when you deal with art block, you should have projects lined up so then you could work on other things when you just don't, you just can't create ideas. Because usually art block usually happens when you just don't have the creativity. But when you're working on several things and you have several things going on, you could always just fall back on that and continue drawing.
That's actually really that's really good, because I have a ton of drawings that are unfinished.
Yeah, exactly.
And I'm sure many artists do. So that's actually a way better idea. Yes. I think why I don't usually go to the art that, for me, I guess art blocks is different from other people.
Yeah.
Art block for me isn't when I can't come up with things. Art block for me is when I don't feel confident that my art is gonna look actually good. Mm-hmm. I think it's when the fear paralyzes me and convinces me that I'm gonna forget how to draw, and when I try to draw, it's gonna look like stick figures. And that no offense to stick figures, but stick figure art, it pushed us through some of the hardest years of our lives. Shout out to the stick figure games. But you know what I mean. I just feel like I'm gonna forget how to draw, and that's a really silly one, I guess. So I don't think I know exactly what art block is, but because I always have something I can think of, always. But actually drawing that's the struggle. Like, I'm worried that I can't, and I don't even try.
I feel that. I have so much shit that I actually need to do. I have so much shit that I need to do besides just drawing. So I just like email someone back or something like that.
No, actually, I have so many calls I need to make.
Real, bro. Okay, hold on. I gotta pee again. Sorry, gang. Talk to yourself for a minute, or talk to Sleepy Soul. Oh, all right.
Okay, be quick. Okay, so anyway, Sleepy Souls, are you still here? Happy birthday. I know it's not 12 yet, but I'm excited to say it, so I'm saying happy birthday anyway. Sleepy Souls, Ellie just asked me questions, like random questions. Oh yeah, hello, welcome. If you have any questions, just ask. I'm an open book, is the best way I can put it. I guess I'll talk more about my Adventure Time favorite characters. So I guess I did say Betty. Betty was my favorite. I always want to say Betty Crocker every time I say Betty, but I know it's not. How do you feel that I'm going to be less than 4 hours basically? I don't know how you want me to feel. That sounds, the way you worded that was really, really creepy. But I guess I'm excited for you to be in another stage of your life. Congratulations. But the way you worded that made it sound like there was. You're terrified. I know you're terrified, but you shouldn't be. It's just gonna be another day.
I'm gonna be 18 in less than 4 hours. Oh my great dude!
Isn't that crazy? Happy birthday!
Happy birthday, Ganglicious.
Exactly. Yeah, happy birthday, Bootylicious.
Okay, let's finish up the questions.
Yes.
When was the first time that you started posting art stuff online?
Oh, I can timestamp it actually. I have I first started posting art. The first place I ever posted art was pixelart.com. I don't recommend it anymore to any artist because it was the darkest time of my life, and also like the first exposure to internet in general is through pixel art on my dad's MacBook laptop. And I would draw on that MacBook laptop I used to draw all my art actually on that tiny little keypad or whatever. I drew it all on that with one finger, and my finger did hurt every single drawing. Oh, I think your screen is like
frozen.
Yeah.
Huh. I wouldn't be surprised.
Sorry, just give us a sec, guys. I don't know if you can hear it. Yeah. I don't know if it's like the sound still works. Type 1 in the chat if you can hear. Sleepy Soul, if you can hear us, type 1. Because I'll just keep talking. If not. Excuse me.
No, I think it's good.
Meow. Meow. Okay. Alright. Your meow healed it. It works. Okay. But what was I talking about? I was speaking and then I said...
Girl, no clue.
Okay, well, you asked me a question. You said,
Oh, when was the first time you started, posting shit?
Pixel art. Yeah, I posted on Pixel art first. My first ever drawing was, you know the first colors of it was blue, yellow, and, like, pinkish, the colors of the TV, right?
Mm-hmm.
I drew an OC based off of those colors. And that was my first ever drawing. Maybe I'll post it on my story tonight, but because as a throwback, I can show my first pieces that ever blew up on pixel art. I remember when I first blew up on pixel art, I was like, whoa! I was actually got too popular on pixel art that I deleted my account and made a new one because it was my first experience having kind of a toxic fan base.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it was really bad on pixel art because pixel art was Amino before Amino existed.
Weird.
And I was so early in the pixel art that I knew people who knew the creator who
crazy.
The creator's name is Brian, and there was an inside joke in the entire website that was like, Brian's wife is fake. Brian literally photoshops a lady in his, like, every time he posts randomly, he posts like this woman with him, and it looks so fake, and everyone says that it's photoshopped. I'm pretty sure it's his wife, but I just found it funny how we always teased him and said that, like, bro, your wife isn't real. Like, your wife is like somebody on like Getty Images. Like, he literally did look like. Anyway, but that was the joke. And I remember like somebody accused me of nepotism too, because I knew some of the admins on there, and I was like, bro, that's. And then I remember I had like I got canceled on there. I remember, like, for a bit, and then I got uncanceled.
From
and it was
what?
really interesting. For nepotism, people were like, "You're just popular because of that," and I was like, "What the freak, bro?" And then people didn't care anymore. Oh yeah, and I remember my first time getting banned on there was because I drew, back when Pepe, you know that frog?
Mm-hmm.
Who apparently is really controversial, and I didn't know that, and I know that now, so I don't support Pepe. Anyway, but back when Pepe was big, I drew Pepe taking a shit, and his butt cheeks jiggling, and I got banned. Sorry, let me correct myself. I drew a GIF of it, and it was the smoothest animation of my entire life. I'll never be able to replicate such beautiful artistry. And so I drew that and got banned, and I was like, and I literally remember, like, I feel so bad for the, like, moderators, because I was like, I was like, this is such bullshit, I should not have been banned for this, and I definitely should have been banned for that.
I just want to say something.
I should have never been allowed on that site.
I hate you so fucking much. I hate you so fucking much.
Imagine Pepe taking the juiciest dump with the most jiggly cheeks, and the animation was beautiful.
I hate you. I hate you. I just hate you.
and so I was like, guys, this is crazy. And I remember making like 8 posts about it. I was like, guys, this is crazy. I can't believe. No, but I didn't. The thing is, when you get banned, you get muted. So I wasn't able to post. And then when I was able to, I started saying like, man, so and so is wrong for banning me. And people were like, yeah, that's so ridiculous. I can't believe they did that. And then other people, like my person, like I remember there was this other fellow artist that was also really popular, and I remember them messaging me saying, you seriously need to be careful because like that stuff is not okay, and like you actually should have like
not done that.
You were unbanned. No, they were like, I can't believe you were unbanned, and I was like, are you kidding me? Are you serious? You're on their side? And then eventually I just gave up on it, but the fact that I should have never been allowed on that site ever again. Yeah, over Pepe taking a shit. I think I was especially mad because I worked so hard on it, and I was like, but it was because people were like, oh yeah, and there was this other meme. There's this other inside meme in the whole website that I'm just spilling all the tea, but it was Squirrel Day. So everybody starts drawing a squirrel, and it's supposed to reference something that the creator did when they first made the website, but there was a squirrel involved, so everyone starts drawing a squirrel on this random day. And then also, I remember there was like a lot. Okay, so this is I want to tell you something very interesting about pixel art's infrastructure, like of like how it's curated. So when you type something or when you post something, it's on everybody's For You page. So if you're private messaging, that doesn't exist on Pixel Art. You would just message. Yeah, so every message. So imagine all those preteen, middle school children all typing their angsty stuff, their fan fictions, their private, their role plays. Role plays was so big on there. And on there, and everybody sees it. Or if you have drama with somebody, everyone sees it. And so there was a lot of drama on there. And I remember there was a secondary site that you could that you could type your fan fiction with and role play with or whatever on it. And I remember using that, and people would join in also, since it was a public essentially a public lobby that everything you chatted everyone could see. Some people would join that link, and then you'd also be they'd just troll and be like in the middle of your roleplay, and you're like, oh my god, stop, get off my roleplay. And then some people would post on it and repost the link and say, nobody join this is for a private group. And that's even funnier that they did that because even more people would join. But anyway. So people did that, and obviously, not to mention the doxing that went on, but
yikes.
It was. I remember that was my first exposure to internet culture and just being on the internet and posting art ever. It was the craziest time ever, and there were Homestuckies on there. There were all kinds of people on there. All bad people. There's all kinds of artists on there too. There's this one artist who there's certain artists that had gimmicks to them that made them even more popular. Yeah. Like there's this silent artist. There's this their tag was literally silent artist, and they would only speak in emojis, and they would never speak, and that made them even more mysterious and popular. And so they blew up really big. And I remember, I feel so bad for the popular artists that were like serious about their art that followed me or liked any of my art. Because I was the kid who drew Pepe shitting in a gif and vehemently tried to defend myself. And they were like normal people who never posted things like that. And I was okay, that's why I guess I got the appeal. Not because I was edgy, but because I was just gross and I guess that is edgy. But I didn't even know what edgy was. I was just posting shit because I thought it was so funny. I was like, haha, fart funny, haha, you know what I mean? Like, so I guess that kind of mindset, those people flocked to me. And so I remember that, and then I remember there was this function on Pixlr that you can create comics on, right? And or not create comics, but post your comics to. Like it's like a mini webtoons, but within Pixlr. And I remember creating this story that was like it's called like Yume something, and it's about this girl who like travels through dreams, and like she's stuck in a dream, like she's perpetually stuck in a dream, and every time she tries to wake up, if she wakes up, she's in somebody else's dream that is her personal family or her like close people group, and the whole spoiler of it is that she's stuck in a coma and she can't escape. And that was the whole plot of it, and people really like that.
That's really cool.
And then I know, right? I kind of want to go back into it, but why I never like ever got back into it is because it just reminds me too much of when I was on Pixlr.
Yeah. And
Pixlr was like cursed. It was worse than DeviantArt. It's like DeviantArt, Tumblr, and Amino had a baby, and that was Pixlr.
Mhm.
Yeah, so that was Pixlr, and that's what I remember of it. That was the first site that I ever posted any of my art. Yeah.
Mhm. Okay. What's the coolest person you've met online from doing postings?
You.
Wow.
Genuinely. Coolest person. Multimedia, like making a game, doing all these cool things.
Wow.
Like very creative. The most creative person that's actually like for real making this shit. Like
I wish
that I've met personally, I think. And that's my opinion.
I wish I could be more thankful, but yo, I'm falling apart right now. I'm not gonna lie. This fucking monster.
What do you mean?
This energy drink did not do anything. I'm
no.
tired as fuck.
Don't worry. Gratitude is for the weak. You know what they say.
Gratitude is for the weak. Yeah.
Fuck humbleness. Yeah. Stay pressed. Stay pretentious. Stay elitist and stay true to yourself, gang.
Yes.
Don't let them people beneath you convince you otherwise.
Thank you.
This is what I mean. This is why I got banned from Pixar.
Yeah. But on a real note, though, thank you so much. I almost feel narcissistic asking that question. But
no, you're good.
Yeah, but thank you so much, because good lord, I'm not popular in a lot of different senses. I mean, and then also doing interviews with people who are quite literally like leagues, not even lying when I say leagues ahead of me in like popularity in work and whatever. Like, it is kind of.
I get what you mean, but because I don't do interviews and stuff like that, but I have art friends who are like insanely like popular, and I don't post like my public relations with them though, but because I feel like that would make me look like a grifter. But nonetheless, like I mean, they're really great artists, but again, I feel like always like I'm standing next to a giant, and it's hard to even like put yourself near them, especially when it comes to in a sense of art sense. Mm-hmm. But you still like see them as your friend, so it's like but when it comes to interviewing, I'm sure I understand how you mean, but you yourself kind of like it gives you aura for real. It gives you aura. You're like yeah, that's me guys. I'm the one who did this. I'm hosting it. Yeah, that's me.
Yeah, but
so yeah, you should have a big head. You know, big heads usually get noticed more in a crowd.
That's crazy. But yeah,
you know what they say, and I'm East African, so I can say a lot about that. We got them big ass foreheads.
Yo, that's mad wild. But yeah, on some real shit though, because it's also kind of hard to like. Luckily, not that many people are watching right now, so I can talk a little bit more comfortably. But a couple of times, people who I've streamed before have said some shit, and it's like, ooh, Damn. Like, you were that popular that long ago? Fuck. Like, you...
Yeah. Oh, and very disheartening because you're like, when am I gonna have my blow up?
Bro, real, dude. Real. I wish I... Yeah, yeah, no. I feel that. But also, like, it's very difficult to, like, not fall into, like... Ugh, consistency is... Like, if you want to be popular, you have to be consistent. There
Oh,
is
for
a
sure. That
There is
the
a wait, hold
I
on,
used
wait. Well,
to
let me talk. Let
go
me
ahead,
talk.
go ahead, go
Because
ahead, go
this is
ahead,
like
go ahead.
from knowing this and from talking to so many people. The clear
Yeah.
formula for success and popularity is consistency. But when you do consistency, you're gonna sacrifice part of you. Like, realistically, you're gonna sacrifice part of you. Because
Yeah.
eventually it's going to become just over and over and over again. And if you want to be that creative person who does stories and who does whatever, like, that's not really what becomes popular. Like,
Yeah.
a lot of what becomes popular is relatable content, funny content, stuff like that. Like, it's very
Yeah.
difficult to put spirit into some of the stuff, you know what I mean? Because realistically, a lot of work that you do, like, takes time. um so
Yeah, and that's the hard thing about art.
yeah,
You can't pump out everything as quick as, let's
exactly.
say, like a workout YouTuber would be, because a workout YouTuber can just do like a session, and I mean, not to like say that that's
Yeah,
nothing, but they can just post them working out. But when it
yeah,
comes to art, you it's something that takes a while to finish.
yeah, yeah. Meow.
And not to chime in and say toot my own horn, but I will say one thing also. Like, growing up, like again, very young on the internet, on pixel art, I I was one of, like, there was like the big three, right? Or no, the big, let's say the big five. I was one of the big five, but I was one of like the last of the big five when it came to rankings,
Yeah.
and I definitely squandered my fame because I mean, drawing Pepe, like I didn't. Not only did I kind of also not understand how the internet works, but also like I didn't really like get that like the things I said might influence people to do
Mhm.
certain things. So I think having that experience though did help me
Mhm.
like kind of understand like not only to pull back on what certain things I say and at
Mhm.
least be mindful of it, but I did post exactly what you said every single day. I posted every single
Mhm.
day 24/7
Mhm.
because not only but back then I had a lot more time on my hands
For real,
because
literally. Like,
yeah,
oh.
Sleepy Souls, this was before me and you became like best friends. This was back when I was still stalking you and did no. This was back then. So and that was like when I was dependent on the internet for any
Mhm.
social
Mhm.
interaction, which is not healthy. And um, and so I was just on there all the time, not just interacting with fans, but just chatting with everybody and
Mhm.
posting all the time and anything. And I was doing everything and anything. Even on a vacation, I was posting. I would be drawing in the like. I draw it when I'm not when I can't draw on my tablet or my sister's me and my sister shared a tablet. Sometimes I draw on that, and I draw like on what's it called sketchbook, right? I draw on sketchbook tab, and and then when I wasn't drawing on that, I'd be drawing on my dad's MacBook on his laptop, and then when I wasn't drawing on that, I'd be drawing traditionally, and I'd always post, and no matter what, I'd find a way. And I definitely don't do that as much anymore, which I
Mhm.
honestly, I should be on that grind again.
Mhm.
Instead of doom scrolling, I need to replace that time with drawing.
Mhm. You know what?
Like, truly.
A question I just thought of, like, right now, but because I'm gonna answer this too because I want to, because I like talking about myself. But
Yeah.
what content creator do you want to be? Like, what do you want to be famous for? How do you want people to look at you?
The person that's way too parasocial with their fan base. Like, I want that. I want them to be like, I know that people are like, don't do that, then your fans will be controlling you. Dude, I don't give a fuck. Look at me in my cold, dead, money-hungry eyes and see the fuck that I give. That's not fair. Like, and that's just me. I don't like encouraging it in other people because most people don't want that, and you should respect that. But I do, and I kind of like understand the fan mindset, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And I do like being super social, so I'm down with that. I'm down to be the people's princess, for real. Like, yes, I am your wife. Yeah, for sure. Like, put your hand against the mirror. Put your hand against the screen, bro.
Crazy,
No, but I want to be that person, for real. But am I gonna be probably remembered for that? No, I'm probably gonna be remembered for the person that's been saying too much Pepe shitting. Then I'm probably gonna be that same. I'm probably gonna be that same exact preteen kid who drew Pepe shitting. That's probably what I'm gonna be known for at the end of the day.
Yes, dude.
And that's okay. Honestly, I'm still okay with that.
Yes, dude.
Yeah. It's duality, you know? It's either be known as the people's princess or be known as that one motherfucker who kept saying that they shouldn't have been banned for drawing Pepe shit.
That's wild. Honestly...
You know? And both of those things, I'm okay with being known as.
For me, the way that I've envisioned my future and me developing as a content creator, I think I would want to be known less by my persona and more by the projects and the works and like and the things that I've done. Like I kind of think it would be cool to be that game designer.
Can I change my answer? Because you just said something really nice and beautiful, and I need to change mine. Okay, so what I actually want to be known for is definitely for my works. I want to be known for like the person who created this fandom. Like, you know what I mean? I want people to be like, oh, yo, like I love this comic. I didn't know you were the creator of that. Like, I love that. Like, you know, I want that. You know? I think I'd rather prefer that. I was about to say something really bad. I was about to say, I want to be Andrew Hussey level cult fan base, but then I remembered, you don't want that.
You don't want that. You don't want that.
I actually don't want that, guys. Forget I said that.
Yeah. But...
Anyway, back to what you were saying.
But, like, I want people to be surprised that I worked on that. Or, like, that I helped that person make that or whatever.
Yeah.
And I want to be, like, a down-to-earth creator that streams all the time and, like, shows people stuff.
Yeah.
Like, I want to be that. I wouldn't want to be, like, super, super famous. And I would always...
Super untouchable.
If I could truly, like, pick the future, like, I would always want to be beyond hidden behind a camera. Because I've never posted a picture of my face. Like, even on my personal Instagram, like, I don't think I've ever, even when I was, like, 6, or not 6, like 12 and 14 and whatever, I don't think I've ever pasted a single thing.
Can I chime in? Honestly, I am in the same boat only recently, and I mean only recently have I started posting any image of myself. Whether that be video or anything like that. Like, the same thing for me. I never posted on my story. I never posted, like, on my personal thing. Let alone, I hated pictures being taken of me. I hated taking group pictures. I hated taking selfies with friends. But I've started doing that more. It was mostly because of my dysphoria. But I started becoming way more comfortable with myself and just viewing everything I do as drag instead of like of how people perceive me and more of how I perceive myself. And I've gotten more comfortable with that. Plus, I feel like not to sell myself out, but literally I think of myself as everything I do is to is in hopes that the money goes not all the money, but like because I'm trying to put money into Kickstarter, but like I have every personal donation that comes to me goes to my future top surgery. Like, I swear to God, that's what is going on in the back of my head. So I'm like, dude, I'm solid. Like, I'm solid up until then. Like, I'm solid. So I started posting myself more because I'm like, yo, I might as well market these when we work at these, because I saw somebody on TikTok do that once and was like, but they did it more of an extreme way. I'm not gonna do start an OF or something like that. I'm never gonna do that. But what I meant was I'll do cosplays. I'll do cosplay requests and stuff like that. Cool things that I already personally enjoy doing. I make my own cosplays. I dye my own wigs. I style them. I cut them. Do my own makeup. I have a sewing machine. I taught myself how to sew. Some partially by my grandma, but I taught myself how to sew. And I want that. I want to do that. Not just as a hobby, but also as a way to get more engagement. Because like you said previously a while ago, you said people click on more if you have your face showing or something. And I was like, well, that's hopefully true. And I've been trying to do that. But again, I'd never posted up until recently myself. I'd always be a faceless artist. On pixel art, I was a faceless artist. I remember one time I did the freaking dream chin reveal.
Crazy.
But I did a hand reveal, and I remember that, and it wasn't even on purpose. And because I was showing my picture of my drawing, and my hand was in the way, and somebody said, "Oh, you're black," and that's when people started finding out. Yeah, no, that's when people first found out that I was black. And it wasn't bad though, because for that was during the time of the internet when people were like, kids on the Pixel River were like, "Yo, I'm black too. You're actually a black creator. That's so awesome." And I was like, "Yo, wait, that's amazing." But there's obviously some people that were like, "I just couldn't imagine you being black. That's so weird. Not to be racist, but that's so weird." And I'm like, "What does that mean?"
Racist, but that's so weird. Good.
What am I supposed to do with that information?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I'm like, okay, well, you're a little weird. No shade, but you're really weird for saying that. But anyway, so that was the first time, and that's when I started. I know it sounds really insignificant and kind of laughable, but that's when I started using you know how in emojis you can choose your skin color for thumbs up and hands down. I started using those as my skin tone, but why that may not seem insignificant, but back in the day or even now, if you used your actual skin tone or your emoji, people would just be hella racist to you for fucking no reason. And so I always use the yellow emoji, right? Just the Simpson one. And then when I changed it over, I felt a lot more comfortable. That's when I started feeling a little bit more confident in my personal identity. And it's through a hand reveal. And so, but now posting my whole face and stuff, dude, that is kind of scary. But I started doing that, and I think cosplay is actually the best way to do that for me, because it feels like I'm not even myself, and I can pretend to be somebody else, and it's like drag, right? And I actually appreciate doing that, so I feel a lot more confident. I kind of, sometimes I feel like I try to channel the character that I'm cosplaying, but, obviously with my own personality attached to it. But yeah, so that's what I find helps me post my face and stuff, and was the first time I actually did that, which is as a recent. That's the first time I streamed, was the first time I ever kept my face in media. Because I mean, I think I posted my face on TikTok a few times, and then I deleted it almost the day after, because I just couldn't stand to see it on my time, my campus, my portfolio. So and I still haven't been able to find the strength to post me. I saw this one trend that I want to do, which is the artist and then the art. I want to try doing that. But I just keep, I can't find a picture that I actually like to do that. But I'm probably gonna eventually do that. I just can't do that right now. But again, somebody said that's why I'm thinking about starting streaming.
Wait, can we pause for a second? I like how you said somebody said, as if it was very obvious to me. The one person in chat, Sleepy Soul. Thank you for saying, by the way.
It's because I keep trying to fluctuate between Elliot and Sleepy Souls, and I just say somebody. But Elliot said I'm still here. Yeah, I'm sorry, Elliot. We forgot you for a minute. But yeah, we're gonna. Ellie actually. That's another great thing. Okay, as soon as I finish making my kigurumi or kigumi fursuits. They're like these Chinese fursuits. As soon as I'm finished making mine and Elliot's, we're gonna start streaming a lot more like IRL. It's a bit nerve wracking to show like face and whatever, but with your fursuits, you don't really need to. So.
Yo, did you see the stream that I did where I made prison food?
Yes, I remember.
Yeah.
I remember a little bit of that.
I made that mask thing. Disgusting.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah, no, I saw that, and I was so surprised though, because I thought you didn't show your do any IRL streams at all, and so when I saw that, I was like, yo, it's cool.
Fire. Well, because I've shown my body before technically, because doing the fursuit stuff, like there was no other way of doing it. You know what I mean? Also,
yeah, Elliot actually has been thinking about doing. Oh, go ahead.
Also, Sleepy, we should. Elliot, is that their name?
Yeah, Elliot, do you want to be referred to that on this, or no?
This bitch. We should all stream together, guys. For all
Yeah, no, because the thing is, he was saying how he was gonna make like a makeshift like mask similar to what you made, right? And just do that. But fursuit is like even more incognito.
Yeah. What were you saying before?
What I was saying, or they were saying? Oh yeah, I was saying. Do you want to refer to that, Elliot, or do you want a different nickname?
No, before that.
You want me to say Sleepy?
But also that.
Oh, I.
We should. Amen.
We should. Yeah, we should.
Chocolate's #1 fan joined. Okay, they left. Okay, never mind.
You scared them the fuck.
You scared the fuck?
But, yeah, no, you scared them the fuck. I don't even remember what I was talking about before. But what's the rest of the interview questions?
Girl, that's really it.
Yay! Yippee! We did it!
Alright.
Yippee!
When did you decide? There's some other, but meh.
Other? Bless you, gesundheit. That was a lot of sneezes in it.
Alright, gang. Where can we find you?
Me? Oh, yeah. So, on, TikTok,
Oh, wait. Where did your name come from?
Oh, yeah. Okay, so there's this musician that I used to listen to growing up named Carpet Garden. And there's this one song called, I think it was, You're the Best. And then there's this other one called Lonely Night. And then there's this, anyway, but their music, I remember feeling so attached to it, and they used to make YouTube videos. They deleted them all now, but they used to make these personal YouTube videos. It's just them and their friends. And I remember listening to their music and loving it so much that I attached the name Carpet to it, and then Carpet. My Twitch is CarpetBear. The bear is because I love bears and they're so cute, and plus because it sounded similar to Bee. Originally, my username was CarpetBee, which is reference to Bee and Puppy Cat, and then a different one is Carpet Cowboy, because you know how they say same horse ride a cowboy, right? But or something like that, or like cowboys or something cowboys. I thought, what's a lesbian, very gay version of that? Carpet Cowboy. Right, because they say carpet muncher. Yeah, so I added that, and I was like, yeah, that's kind of cute. I haven't decided on exactly which one I'm going to stick to, and then that's the origin of it, essentially. I used to have this, I used to have a crazy old username, I don't remember. It was like, Ozerlin. Oh, I just, exposed myself. My old username on Pixlr was Ozerlin. Ozerlin Ham, specifically, because my OC's name was Ozerlin Ham, and it was quite the vibe. and Ozerland was based off of the Wizard of Oz, also mixed with my childhood friend Oliver, who actually hated me at first, but was also my first friend I ever made in America. Them damn redheads, am I right? But yeah, so I named Ozerline Ham, and I put ham at the end because I used to be obsessed with eating ham. I hate ham now. I hate everything pig, but I used to eat ham all the time. And like country ham, and I used to work at a deli, so country ham was the one slice of ham that was just so tasty. Anyway, yeah. And then Lynn added was actually part of my my freaking a U.S. name has Lynn at the end of it. I'm not gonna say my government name, but at the end of it had Lynn at the end, so I added that because nobody was able to pronounce it correctly. They would always pronounce the French pronunciation, which is actually the correct one, but my mom wanted to be special and add a Lynn at the end. You know what they do? These Americans, they always have like Kaylin, with like, or like Jalen, McKylan, like they always added Lynn at the end anyway. So I added Lynn at the end to like, emphasize that part. So it's Ozerlyn Ham. And now it's not, because that was an insane nickname. That was an insane freaking title. And now it's just Carpet Cowboy or CarpetBear or CarpetBear. Whichever you are. CarpetBear is my Twitch. CarpetBear50 is my Insta. Carpet Cowboy is my TikTok. And let me see what my Tumblr is, because I literally forgot. Ooh. My Tumblr is right here. Okay, my Tumblr is Carpet. Oh, my Tumblr is Carpet Cowboy. So that's pretty good. Finally, a website that's the same. I have a Beacons AI, which is essentially a link tree, but it's sucky and the links don't work, so I'm gonna have to make a new one. I'm gonna use Linktree to do that. It seems to be the best one. But yeah, those are my socials. I also have a Patreon, and I have a Coffee, which is like a thing that you can. A Coffee is an app that you can tip your favorite artist with, essentially. And so I have one of those. It's pretty cool, and my commissions are open. Yeah.
Okay. Alrighty then. Alright, so we know where you are. Any last words before I kill you?
Okay, yeah. So stay tuned for like just in general more art that I'm posting, but keep an eye out for like comic stuff, because if anybody in the chat knows anybody that's interested in writing, I mean, I'm not gonna hire every single writer, but I still want to see like some work. So what I did with the last writer was I asked to see some work they did, whether that be through their notes app or through like a thing they wrote before. As long as it's not too long, as long as it's like I mean, I can read pages of writing, but what I mean is as long as it's not like Homer's, it's not a long freaking, it's not Andrew Husse's book, it's not thousands of pages long. I will read it, and I will see if if it fits in line with any of my OCs or any of the writing style that I want to be in this book. So I need some writers. There's 3 positions that need to be filled still, and if
do you just need writers?
I think that's all I need right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll keep that in mind.
And one editor, one writing editor. If anybody knows how to like oversee things, can do grammar corrections, is proficient in the English language, and honestly, I kind of want to do some more international ones too. Maybe, I don't know, translate it, but that's later. That's in the way future. But yeah, DM me through Instagram or through Discord. My Discord is Garu_star. Garu as in the Japanese fashion subculture. Yeah, and Sleepy Souls is the X, for like when I do promotional animation stuff. And anyway, that's all for now. And other than that, I just be drawing. And posting random stuff. So, yeah.
Alrighty then. Follow me on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, YouTube. All Impasta QQQ. Oh, you could also follow my DeviantArt. All Impasta QQQ with YouTube.
You have one?
Yeah, an old one. With YouTube, it's Impasta Q space Q. Listen to the VODs on YouTube. I post all of my VODs of my interviews, and also check out the Spotify podcast that I have, Talking Pasta, which this is the podcast. The podcast is the interviews. Good night, everyone. Oh, and play my game. I'm creating games on itch.io. I already have a game created. The Oregon Tail. Tail as in tail of a dog. It is a Western furry romance visual novel, and I'm creating a game too, so if anyone wants to work on that, go talk to me. Alright, good night everyone, and have a happy birthday.
Good night.
Thank you so much, Sleepy Soul, for sitting through 3 hours and 20 minutes.
Trooper. Yeah, and you're gonna, oh yeah, wait, one last thing. I'm gonna be streaming on TikTok soon with Sleepy Soul for a birthday stream. That's all.
Ending stream now.